Ahoy, Crypto Pirates! Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. Captain RG3 here, bringing you your FN Hangout. So tonight is yours. Merry Hexmas to all. Wow. Isn't that a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Hexmas present day we had? If you got your 1-inch exchange, congratulations. Wasn't in the stars for me. I didn't get my 1-inch, but killed it on uni, but didn't get anything for 1-inch. The Hexicans are jumping in. We're filling up right now, and we're gonna have a cool, relaxing cup of coffee, piece of pie, Hexmas, closing the evening off on this Hexmas day. I am looking at, let's see, let me take a look at real quick. Oh, the text messages are coming in. Family's mad at me probably right now, but that's all right. I spent a whole day with them last night building bicycles and new computer desk chairs and everything else. Took care of my Hexmas duties, and I'm all done. I'm chilling. Had my prime rib dinner, ready to hang out with my Hexicans for a few last hours of the evening, because wow, look at all of that Hexmas pump we had today. Was everybody excited about that? Oh, fucking A, that was great. All day long, man. I kept looking up at my Staker app, and I was getting slapped and getting in trouble for hanging out with the Hexicans on incognito, jumping on the crypto Twitters and all that stuff. Well, what a fun day it was. It was such an awesome day. Can't wait to spend a little bit of time with all you guys and hang out for just a minute. So let me jump into the chat real quick before I start pulling everybody up. By the way, I put the link to get in the Telegram and the Pro channel. I put it in the regular Hex channel, and I also just put it up here. I'll put it up one more time. Come join us. We want to hear from everybody tonight, because I got some announcements to make. Look, RG3, the captain, has been captaining too many ships. I do 2 streams a week. This one and another one I help my sister with. It is a little different topic than this. You know, got a new gig that requires a lot of time. Manager at a big company now, doing a lot of work. And I got 3 kids, and I still like to do things like surf and play with my Volkswagens and spend my Hex gains. So there's a life I need to have. So I've got to blow out one of these candle ends somehow, somewhere. So maybe you guys can help me make that decision this evening as to what candle I'm going to blow out. But anyway, thank you guys for jumping in here tonight. Appreciate all of you in the chat. You guys are awesome. Bitfinesse, thanks for the diamond. Is there any crypto worth my while? Hex is killing it. No, Hex is the only crypto that is worthwhile. So fuck all the rest, buddy. Fuck all the rest. Swearworks donated an ice cream. Thank you, Swearworks. Appreciate you. And the support. Superhex.win, a diamond. Merry Hexmas, he says. Merry Hexmas to you too. El Hexidente. Oh yeah. There may be a Mooney swap reward though. Be sure Use MetaMask swap as well. All right. Blow out the Volkswagens. Oh, the Volkswagen. No, you know what? That's a lifelong passion of mine. My first car was a 1966 Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. And guess what? Guess what, guys? I still have that motherfucker. I still have it. I still have it. When I went into the Marine Corps, I put it in storage at my grandparents' house. When I got out of the Corps, I moved it back to their house, moved it out, moved it back to their house. And now I've got it in storage at my other home. And yeah, I've still got my very first car I ever bought was a 1966 Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. Badass little ride. And I just love Volkswagens. It's like just one of those things, man. I love the air-cooled motors. I love German technology. I love how simple they are. I love the buses. I've got a 1963 double cab. Basically what it looks like is an old hippie bus. Got the hippie bus front end, but it's a double cab. So it's got a third door that's goes from the ceiling, from the top of the ceiling all the way down to the floor, one big door, you know, and you got a bench seat in the back. So it's a double cab, and on the back of it, it's this pickup truck. So I don't know if you've ever seen the Volkswagen bus pickup trucks, but it's got a pickup truck rear end, and it has gates that fold down on the sides and on the rear. So it turns into a flatbed. It's a really badass surfmobile. That's the one I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of metal work to it, and I had to cut all the rust out of it. And now restructuring it, and now it's ready. Now it's ready to get painted, primered, painted, and skim coated, and put the airbags on it. I'm dropping that motherfucker to the ground, bitches, and gonna put some cool wheels on it. Get the interior done. Put a badass fucking rocket ship motor on the back, and then take it to the beach, man. It's gonna be my beach ride, my retirement surf ride. Okay, pay the MetaMask. Okay, so I figure it's okay to pay the higher MetaMask swap fees a few times since I'm stacking Hex to stake away. Okay, smart guy. I wish I still had my Dodge Charger, very first car I ever bought. Oh man, that Charger would be badass. Maddie, hey, welcome, Maddie, and thanks for the ice creams, buddy. Hex my ride. Yeah, there you go. Let's do something like that. That would be fucking bitching, man. That would be bitching. I'd love to, like, man, Hex moons out one of these days and just go out and find dudes with rides in their garages that have been sitting there just pissing off their wives, and go help them put them bitches together, make them live again. I love making cars live again, man. It's just one of my things I like doing. We have this thing called the Pomona Swap Meet in Southern California, and it used to be the Corvette and Volkswagen swap meet, and now it's just kind of like an everything. So it's this big giant car swap meet. I mean, you can get anything you want auto wise. I mean, tools, and there's swap meet parts where people are just like kind of like out of the back of their truck shit. And you got guys that do body work, and they have body working tools, and you got guys that sell license plates and old school license plates and car covers and seats and you name it. I mean, they got everything, suspensions. So they got this big car swap meet. And then the cool part is there's a seller's area where they lay out all the old classic cars, and you can go on there and just buy them cash, whatever, you know, so you can kind of like just go cruise the rides and check them all out. And they got everything out there. I mean, it's California's like biggest outdoor car swap meet, and it's freaking badass. I love going down there and doing that. But haven't been able to do that much lately. It's going to be nice to be able to walk down there with a wad of Hex cash and just fucking drop down something on whatever you want. You know, it's like, you know what? I'm going home with that one today. Bring home cash. That's a good little side business too. A good buddy of mine was really good at it, and we'd go down to the Pomona swap meet, and he wasn't like a one particular car guy, but he loved cars. So what he would do is he always had, you know, 10, 15, 20 grand in his pocket, and he'd buy something, a Mustang or an El Camino, you name it, whatever it was. He thought it was a ripping deal, and he'd just jack the guy down because he knew he would find the guy that knew they were selling, that they had to sell it that day. And he'd come back at the end of the day and offer the guy some low, ridiculous amount, and we'd drive home with his new ride. And then he'd drive it around for about a month and sell it and make about $2-3 grand off of the damn things. And I watched him do that hundreds of times, and he loved it because he was always driving a new classic car that he really liked, you know. So that was a cool gig that he had going. So what a fun deal that is. Let's see. Children of the Grave, thank you for the ice cream, bud. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, for sure. Support. Yeah, for sure. And it supports MetaMask, which I like. They've been good tool for us. Yes, they have been. Children of the Grave, thanks for the ice cream, buddy. Let's see. Twitch, Nardo for the win. Oh, okay. Boss ass VW RG3. I'm jealous. Hey, that is Nardo. Okay, I see how it's coming through now. Oh wow, I'm getting my Twitch coming through Restream brought over here. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know. Why is it doing that? That's cool. Anyway, don't slam it. What the fuck? Oh, you're one of those stalker boys, right? Look, man, here's the thing. If you buy a ride like that and you keep it, it's one thing if you're going to sell it or keep it classic or whatever, but fuck that, man. I want a fucking down ride. I want it on bags. I want it slammed. That's what I want to ride, man. That's what I want it to be. I don't, and there's all these purist guys out there, and I'm not getting after you, buddy. I get it. I get it. I know everything that I've cut on that vehicle, I've kept. Like I did tub it. I tubbed a very slight tub. It's very clean looking tub too, but everything I cut out, I kept. So I kept all the originals. You can weld all that shit back in, and it's fucking put the stock, front end, the stock rear end back in it, and it's all you can't even tell, like I had to shorten the steering column. You can fix all that too. I kept all the pieces for that too. So if I did ever sell it, which I won't, this is like my 63 is like, that's my fucking ride. That's the one that's going to be my daily driver. You're going to see RG3 rolling around when he's in Cali. He's going to be rolling around to and from the beach and everywhere in my DC and my double cab. So yeah, man, I get it. My uncle had an 80 Rabbit. I used to, I'm not into the Volkswagens that aren't, what do you call it? Air cooled. I'm not into the newer ones. I do, however, like the what they call the synchro buses. The synchro buses are bad as fuck. They're four-wheel independent drive. So there's four different drives on each wheel. They're badass. You can go anywhere in those damn things. So like if you look in the outback or you look in Africa and the real freaking terrainy places, you'll always see those Volkswagens back there just fucking tearing it up because they're bad to the bone. I mean, there's a lot of better four-wheel drivers out there, but Volkswagens seem to do real well because of that rear engine. Let's see, are you using the same battery converter on your camera that you have previously? You know what? It's not the damn battery converter. I still haven't figured out. I finally got the settings to where, fuck, this thing is fucking nuts. I finally got the thing to where it's not shutting down again. It's doing all right. But this flashing ridiculousness shit, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's StreamYard, if it's power, but no, I've got a completely different power setup. It's not the same. It's not the battery. It's not the power. It may be power from the house because I've used two different computers. I've used 3 or 4 different cameras. I've gone through the whole fucking thing trying to figure out what this is, but it's got to be something to do with my house or my internet connection somehow. So let's see. What else? Are you using the same battery converter? You saw that? Hey, what's up? The people are talking about this whole thing. RG3, you still going to Puerto Rico? Fucking A, Franklin. Dude, yeah, man. I want to go so bad. Right now, life has changed for me. Like I was telling everybody, I've got all this stuff going on. And Hex is doing great, but it's not like fucking retirement great at this point, And to be honest, I'm not taking anything this year. So I would have liked to have gone out to Puerto Rico and kind of like surveyed the whole thing out this year. But with all the things that went on in 2020, man, it just wasn't in the stars. I lost my best friend, my grandmother, my father. It was just a really fucked up year for me. And on top of everything else, the pandemic, and I lost a job, and then I started a business, and then I had this job. So there's so much shit that went on that I just wasn't ready to go out there and make a commitment to, spending some time visiting the place and really scoping it out. My mind is in too many different positions right now. So let's see. Warning, if this stream causes seizures, don't watch. Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Let's see. In between every video card. You know what? Like I said, I used 2 different computers, so it did the same thing on my other one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to start back up in the morning. Warning, this stream. Okay. Installed airbag. I've installed some airbag kits on a few hot rods. You can pick your ride height in case you need to enter a high curb area, etc. Yes. And I had to raise my steering box up because the steering box on a Volkswagen bus hangs down underneath the bottom of it. So you got to cut that out, and you got to cut the framing out, and you got to weld a piece in there that bumps your whole steering column up about 3-4 inches. And then you got to shorten. Actually, it's not even that. It's more like only 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And then you've got to shorten the steering column a little bit, and that keeps the steering wheel out of your chest and stuff. But yeah, you have to do a few little trick things. And then, yeah, the airbags, they've got them programmed now. So literally you fucking phone, man. I forget the name of the company that makes the bags I'm buying. But you have control of it on your cell phone. So like if you are going to go, through a parking lot and you got some speed bumps, you can hit number 3 and boom, it raises it up to your level that you want. Go over it, boom, 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 and then boom, set it on cruise. Wham, you're back down. Or when you stopped and you're parked and you're at a car show or something, ground hit, number 5 is ground. Boom, thing drops straight to the ground. So you're, real low, looking sleek. So no, I dig it. Let's see. I just want to go through the chat real quick, and then I want to start bringing the guests in. All of the Hexicans wanting. Hex is pumping. It's Christmas. Does it get any better? You know what, Digital Boone? No, it doesn't. It doesn't get any better than today. Today was a beautiful, beautiful day. Should be quick work for a millwright. Yeah, it's never quick work, man. This thing's been sitting in my garage getting worked on for a long time, and it's a labor of love, man. I just like to go out there and just grind and weld and do all that kind of stuff to it. One of my favorite things to do is get in my garage and play with my bus. Let's see. Motley, Aber, I think you're right. Hey, Bit Finesse, thanks for the diamond. You're making the world a better place. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm making the world a different place. I don't know if it's any better, but it sure is different. So, all right. So these 2 guys that are coming on right now, hey, guys, it's open for everybody. So come on in. But these 2 guys right here, I like them because, first of all, they're old fucks like me. And me and Joe have some really, 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 how can I say this? We have some things in common, man. I really like this cat and what he's doing out there. And Papa Boner, we got something in common too. I think we got the same fucking bone broken in our brains or whatever. But let me pull these guys up. I got Papa Boner and Joe Hexotic. What's up, fellas?
Hey,
what's going on, guys?
Oh man,
hey, Joe.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
What a fucking amazing night tonight, man. What an amazing day and night. And we're pumping again. Here we go. We are pumping again. Look at this shit.
Nice. Yeah, long time lurker here, first time cutthroat. And so thank you, RG.
Yeah, we've had you on before, haven't we?
I was with you on the 24-hour stream, but I haven't made it to Discourse
okay.
yet. So thank you so much. So
hey,
honored to be here.
Well, welcome. We're honored to have you, bro.
Yeah.
Your show is freaking killing it, man. You're doing a great job on it. I really like your content.
Thank you.
That's cool stuff. I have a little bit of history myself in the recovery area, but yeah, I haven't really thrown that out there yet. But yeah, man, it's good stuff.
It means a lot to me coming from you, RG. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's awesome giving back to the community and having the opportunity to have a platform and have fellow Hexicans come on and share their experience, strength, and hope. It's been awesome. I had a great night tonight with Vince, and it's every show. It's just we keep getting great feedback, and I love to be able to do anything I can to help share what I've been through, and hopefully everybody that's out there that's going through any kind of struggle, maybe you can realize you're not alone. And the Hexican community has been so supportive. So it's a pleasure to be here, guys. Thank you.
Well, welcome. What's happening with you, Papa Boner?
Oh, hey, you're back again. That's good.
Yeah.
We got another thing in common. It's really funny. Things are great over here. We're living one day ahead of all you guys, so I can tell you about the future of Hex. You know how it pumps, how it leads to whatever. Then you guys can make your decisions to stake longer. But RG3, it's really funny. I didn't know you were a VW head because
Oh yeah.
I grew up. My first car was a Volkswagen Squareback, 1971, and it was a beauty. And then I had a Carmen Ghia in 1973, so we have something else in common. It's awesome.
Nice. Yeah. I'm a pre-60s guy. The 70s, that now the squareback is nice in the 70s. The thing I didn't like about the Carmen Ghia was the way they changed the tail lights on the Carmen Ghia in the 70s.
Yeah.
But today they're still, when you look at them now, they're still classic. You know, they still got that classic look to them. So even if you can find a 70s model, they're freaking nice to get your hands on, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You still have any?
Cars. No. See, and that would lead to my advice to you. I hope I'm not coming in too hot in this mic. Am I okay?
Oh, sounds great.
Sounds good.
Beautiful.
Great.
No, I made a decision to lose the Carmen Ghia when I decided to come to Japan. I needed to raise some money, and I love that car. But I found actually a woman that had the same year original, and she was so sad that she lost it, and I was really happy to turn mine over to her.
Oh, good.
And it supported me to come over and go to school in Tokyo. So I think that was a really good decision. But think about it. If you were to decide on one of your rides, and I know it's tough, it's like giving up one of your kids, but think RG3, you could sell it and stake it and get 8 more in 2 more years.
Oh, you dirty man, you. You know what? I thought about it because I can get a decent amount for my bus. My bus is, my gosh, that double cab's worth a good penny, and I could have bought a nice steak with it, but I realized, I started looking at a lot of things to get rid of and sell and and do and whatnot, but I had a talk with gosh, I keep wanting to say his first name. He doesn't talk his first name Liberty. And Liberty was like, we were talking about it and we were talking about, accumulation and accumulating more and this and that. And then he told me, he goes, but when's enough, bro? You've got a monster stack. A lot of us in the early, that got in early, have these big stacks. We got in them, million, 1.5 million, 1.8 hex, per ETH days. And it's like, at what point is enough, and you're staked out, beyond the 7 to 10 to 15 year range, how big is that stack going to be? And then, so I said, you know what, I don't really need to accumulate like that. I'm going to dollar cost in from now on and just, set a certain amount every month. And I'm just going to dollar cost in and throw it out 10 years and just keep, throwing it out past that. And then make a 15-year stake every now and then, and 10 year, and just keep going like that every month versus, trying to find ways to put big stacks in because, I don't know. I feel like I'm in good enough.
We don't have any Poseidons yet, so I think that's got to be a challenge for somebody here, right? Why not you?
Well, that's that. Then I got to sell the kids and the house and everything else. So I'm not going to be a Poseidon, that's for sure.
Oh, come on, just the pickup.
Oh man. So Joe, tell me a little bit more about what's been going on your show. I've seen a couple of the interviews and really enjoyed them. And, what made you think that it was, like something that people were going to want to talk about on stream? I mean, we all talk about doxing ourselves all the time and this and that. And then you throw this stream out there and it freaking spun me for a loop. I was like, fuck, that's great. But goddamn, really? Do we want to do that?
Yeah, I agree. It was a leap of faith. I got to, give it up to my friend Hexlive and Matty Allen for, getting me into Hex, and Matty Allen for inspiring me to do the show with him. We inspire one another to just start streaming. and I'm still a little bit uncomfortable on stream. Every time I do it, I get a little bit more comfortable, but my 12-step program, my experience in there, every time I go into a meeting and I share, or I hear another alcoholic share, I leave that meeting and I feel great. And the afterglow it goes on for a while. So I thought that, how can I contribute to the Hex community? What's really my expertise? I've been out of marketing and website development for a while. You and I have talked, RG, about my background in manufacturing. We know some of the similar companies that we've worked with. Mm-hmm. And it's been a while since I've been in really that environment. So I thought what my expertise is nowadays is sharing my experience, strength, and hope, and allowing others to open up. I seem to get a great response in person when I'm at these 12-step programs, when I'm chairing them, essentially like a host on a stream. I chair a lot of meetings. I come up with the topics, and I have a very rewarding way of having people open up and be comfortable and have a great group chat. So when been working with Maddie Allen and getting Hex Therapy Live off the ground, Maddie's helped me with, realizing that paying myself in the future has created a positive behavior change in myself. And, just working on my mental, physical, and spiritual growth, I thought that the way that I contribute would be to see if anybody would want to, try this out. And I didn't know if it would be successful at all, if anybody would, even watch the first show. And especially because of what you just said, it's very personal. We get deep. But the feedback has been outstanding. I really appreciate all the support, on Twitter, and everybody helping out, joining my Dlive channel so I can get some support. I mentioned last night on the stream with Maddie Allen, I approached somebody and asked them if they'd like to do an interview. And the first thing that they did was they looked at my Dlive and they were like, "Oh, you only have 54 followers. How?" Yeah. And I kind of felt like a kick in the junk, but she did accept. She's 100% into it. And it's, it's just really great to be able to start out organically and be able to contribute in my lane, bring to the table what I can and help other Hexicans first and foremost. But, I think if all of us have an expertise outside of Hex and we have a urge to start streaming, it's a great time. And, mentioning Hex throughout the stream is a great way to widen the content and allow new people to maybe, stumble upon what Hex is just through looking for what the actual content of like my stream is, in particular, recovery through faith.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. No, I've appreciated your show and the people that have come on and shared. And I think that's a great thing because, this show here, we have a lot of fun, but we've always been very serious about our care for the community. Not only, with their financial well-being, with Hex and how to operate Hex and how to put crypto in its proper place in your life and your portfolio and your to make your financial well-being healthy. I've always warned everybody about crypto and its volatility and the dangers of becoming addicted to it in and of itself. Your show, you've been talking about addiction recovery and whatnot. And I mean, when it comes down to it, the human nature, the things that are bad for our lives, physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, all those things, it all boils down to addictive behaviors and doing things that are, quick gratification things, short-term fixes, trading mentality, all those kinds of things. Hey, Bit Finesse, thanks for the Ninja Genie. I'm going to drop some valuable info on Joe's channel when he and I go live. I apologize in advance. All right. Right on. So speaking to those things, about those things, and long-term gratification and healthy living and all those things are what we like to bring to the Hex community through fun and debauchery, I guess. So, we may be trying to do the right things, but we're not a glum lot. That's for sure. Right. And so my hat's off to you. Glad you've given Hexicans a place to do so. I myself have my own story. And maybe one day I'll sit on your show and share that story with everyone. But we just know that I've told everybody before, RG3 doesn't drink because I'm allergic.
That's right.
Straight allergic. Break out in handcuffs, and it's
That's
not
right.
a good thing, man. So, you know.
I have that same allergy. I know what you mean.
Yep. So right on. Again, thanks, Joe, for all you do. And
Thank
Papa Boner, what's been going on? Look, you got your kids' light still flashing back there.
Still flashing until the batteries run out. I guess this is an institution.
Oh, it's battery powered too.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Because we got rechargeable batteries in there, so I want to see how long it can last. But no, I got a couple interesting things. Well, you decide if they're interesting or not. Number one, I'm writing a book. It's an onboarding book, and because I troll with Joe here, that's the setup for something else, right? So it's not going to be a real Richard Hart book. What it's going to be is it's an onboarding primer for the working title is Hex, a beginner's guide for toddlers, tots, teens, and tards. And it's going to be something very easy to follow. It's like when you can bust it open for the kids at night. You just kind of read them. They can fall asleep easily to it, have dreams of Hex. It's going to be a good thing. Nice. And the other thing is, and this is not something, of course, that it's something that I perpetrate. I think I realized, and with Joe, it happened. It's funny because it relates to both you guys. So it was 2 days ago on the previous stream. RG3 on Discourse Syndicate. We were having a good time. And I think I reached the limit of how far we troll. And I felt really embarrassed. And I also had a great epiphany. And that was that when you make the following joke, you got to be ready for something. And that was, I just seen Trailer Park Boys. I'm a big fan. And what was it? Brand says, I would trust Richard Hart with anything. And I said, me too, except to guard a plate of cheeseburgers. And everything went dead. Yeah. And Joe, you remember this, right? It was a really tense moment. Everything went dead. And I'm like, that was not cool. I just was telling Maddie Allen that Richard looks incredibly lean from where he used to look, right? He's come a long way. He's lost weight. He looks strong. It's great. He's our fearless leader. When I dissed Richard, there was a pause, and then there was something that happened. It was magic. And that was Bran says, he will kick your ass for that. And I fell back. I was like, oh, I'm going to delete my account. It's all over. And then a split second later, he gives me a 1 month subscription. And I was like, oh, what a fucking great guy. What a true Hexican. What a big heart. And what a great community to know that when you fuck up and you cross the line, yeah, they're there to kind of give you a second chance. I really appreciate that. And shout out to Bran wherever he is. Great time. And it happened on your show. And you didn't see it because you're busy hosting the show. We're busy in the peanut gallery being idiots. And yeah, so I realized that. I'm born again Hexican.
Hey, Hexter Dexter, thanks, bro, for the Ninja Guinea, man. That is freaking appreciated. Thank you. He said, hey, RG3, big respect. Thank you. Children of Grave, dropping lemons. Ahmed just donated some lemons. Swearworks, always there in the chat. Ice creams. Thank you. Let's see. I'm trying to see what Bran just dropped a diamond. Thanks, Bran. I think that was a funny line, Papa. Colin said. Yeah, I mean, look, we've all busted each other's chops, and that's all part of being a big family, and I dealt with I've been dealing with the short jokes for a long time now, and so that's it's you get memed or you get blasted. It's just part of it, just kind of part of it. I wouldn't apologize for it. I've said some things about Richard, and he's been really cool about them all the time.
Oh yeah, but he's not here to defend himself. So it kind of was like a lead balloon, just went.
That's probably just how you felt. That's just how you felt.
Well, plus I'm a little bit fat myself, so I guess I can say that, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because we get on a roll in the chat and we forget that, you know, we do cross lines. You know, it's not something it's funny because I crossed that line because I love the guys that I'm, you know, saying what I'm saying it about. If I didn't absolutely love spending my time in this community, you know, love being in DS chat, I wouldn't be trying to say any jokes, but I've crossed the line myself, Papa. So I know how you feel. It makes you feel like, all right, I now I know where the line is. You know what I mean? There's funny, and then there's you know, I can only speak for myself. I didn't think you crossed any line, but I've been exactly where you're saying that you were. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was a Marine, and there was no line. So I mean, it went to blows and fisticuffs and all that kind of rolling around the freaking parking lot for, you know, a half hour, beat the shit out of each other. And then you go to the club and go have a beer afterwards, you know, because you were brothers, period, end of story. And for any of those of you who had brothers, you know, you know how that goes too. I mean, you're in the backyard freaking scrapping until mom or dad comes out and breaks you apart, you know? So, I mean, that's just the way it is. I don't think anybody took anything, you know, too serious about it, but I know some people do. They take some of that stuff serious. It tends to get on people's nerves sometimes when you get constantly barraged with stuff, you know, but I mean, it happens. We're all big family here.
Yeah. Somebody said to Maddie and I once, look at how much this guy says, and I thought he was talking about me, and it was my first, you know, one of our first chats. And once he said that was so light, it was nothing, but it took my mind off it. And RG, all it made me think about was how you're able to continue this show as sometimes the chat's popping off like crazy. And it's an art to not, you know, to not lose your focus.
No, I just can't read.
You dealt with that really well, Joe. I remember that you dealt with that, Joe, and that was my first ban. Actually, thanks a lot for giving me the ban. That was fun.
I usually give somebody a ban hammer when they you know, say something bad about me. I'll just give them the ban hammer and say, okay, we go have fun for the rest of the night now. It's worked out pretty good though. We made some really good friends with some people like Mousetrip and Ross and Papa Boner and all of you guys, you know, dropping ban hammers on you guys, and then all of a sudden we get a new respect, you know. Looks like I just lost my.
He teleported out.
Can you hear me though? Right?
Can hear you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where are you?
It's my camera now. Hey, for some reason when I first start to stream, there's some function in it that is making it work itself too hard. And then it overheats and shuts down. And then I turn it back on and the fucking thing's fine for 3 hours. It doesn't.
Sounds like my wife.
So I think it has something to do with like the white balance settings or something like that. I've been working on it. I really had it dialed in, I thought, but I had a nice picture going. Still working on the tech, you know, Boomer here having trouble with it.
Well, Papa, to hopefully make you feel better and to disclose some news, the Children of the Grave is going to come on the show with me on Monday, and Children and I are going to have some fun and have a troll of the year, and we're going to put up a Twitter poll to see, you know, who everybody would like to be the third and fourth contestants in the troll poll, because Ross Hex and Papa Boner get the bye into the championship. So we decided that you guys, you know, deserve that with your work inside the chat. So, you know, it doesn't go unnoticed. It's very entertaining. So
nice.
So thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. You shouldn't be encouraging trolls though, man. Give them a little bit of ego and they're going to be, you know, staying up, and it leaks into other channels, and then they think they're bulletproof, and then they, you know, destroy the internet. So, right. But anyway, yes, thanks a lot, man. That's really cool.
Absolutely. And RG, maybe I have a particle accelerator from CERN as my background with the Hex coin in the middle. So maybe that's causing some interference for you over there.
That might be. I don't know. Something's. I got gremlins, man. But like you said, I'm getting this computer here real soon, and hopefully that changes a lot of things. It might be. The problem is that I used to run off a laptop. I have two Macs. I have an iMac, and then I have my laptop. And then I've got a computer that I do my crypto on. But these two computers, for some reason, do not like OBS. And OBS is needed to make a stream better. I mean, you just StreamYard's nice. It's a great, deal, but it doesn't allow me to put all you guys on stream and do some of the fun stuff that, like Twitch and Dlive let you do. And all the donations, like Bitfinesse just dropped another guinea on us. Thank you. Richard streamed with Omar Bomb. Oh, wow. That's great. I was shocked at Richard's composure. Omar said some offensive shit. Was that recently, or did he do one a long time ago with RG3? I
think it was a while ago.
I'm reading RG3. Don't call your kids gremlins. That's not nice. No, didn't he do a thing with Omar before, or was this something recent? I'm not sure.
Back in December of 2019.
Yeah, that was a while back ago. Yeah. Omar was. Oh, you know what? Omar's. I mean, dude, he was a big XRP guy, so he might be. I don't know if he still is, but I knew he used to be. He used to be big on the rips and the XRP, and so everybody who's there is kind of quaking in their boots right now. Mm. So
price pump today I saw for them. I can't believe people are still buying in. That blew me.
Really?
Yeah.
They had a price
up 25% from the dip. That was earlier today. Who knows where it is now? But yeah, I was blown away.
That is sick. That's sick. I mean, that's just crazy behavior right there. I don't get it. But
I can speak to that. It's desperation. I mean,
you know what? You're right.
My wife is still underwater, and she's looking at me, and I said, "Why didn't you sell when I told you to, man? Come on." And now she's holding on. So that gives her and her ilk, let's say, of XRP bag holders, a little bit of, oomph to get back up maybe to 50 cents, maybe over this whole thing. It's going to be, I hope. I'd love to see her not be in the red so much, right?
Yep. No, we'll see.
A lot of people are uninformed too. They just don't follow the news. They trade, but they don't actually, I can speak for myself. I wasn't the most informed all the time, and I see a dip like that, and I'm like, wow, it's going to go back up to 80 cents, 60 cents. I'm buying in.
And well, and now they got these influencers out there that are backing it up and saying, "Oh, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay." And it's like, the fuck, these guys are going to wreck these folks.
Over here, Kitao-san from SBI here in Tokyo, he's a big, obviously SBI has a lot of Ripple shares, and they have a lot of XRP. And he says, no problem, Japan. He's going to win the case. We're very confident in it, buy con gusto. So maybe a lot of those people that bought were from over here. Who knows? Yeah.
Well, they're all doing it. They're all doing it.
Yeah, I've seen the argument that it's a good thing that the SEC is looking into it. It's going to solidify what an incredible product it is when they back off.
They don't just go. They don't just go after somebody to investigate them. They already have the investigation underway. When it's being announced, they've got what they need. And when they say you're under investigation, that means that they've got all the evidence gathered, and now it's time to show you what's going on. Yeah. I mean, they've already done it. They don't tell you when they're investigating. They tell you when the hammer's coming down. And that's what this is about. The hammer's coming down.
But you reckon that they're going to get off with a fine like EOS, and it's all going to be fine after that? Or what do you think?
Well, I mean, the way that these white collar situations go, there's no precedent, I mean, it's like this guy gets off, or this group of people get off, or this group of people gets fucked, or this group of people doesn't. And it all depends, I guess, on their positioning, who and what they're positioned in. I mean, I'm sure that the SEC has a certain, threshold that they if they meet this or this and that, it's going to be, curtains, or it's going to be, okay, we'll let them get by with, this type of fine or whatever. But, I mean, I don't know where they sit. I don't know how they're sitting in politically, that's what I'm trying to say is there's politics involved, Yeah.
One of the takeaways from the last stream, which I had to listen to it twice. It was a great stream with John Wick.
Yes,
I thought that was awesome. But one of the takeaways was I sent out a message to the Telegram chat. I was like, I know that we've been careful up until now, and I know that Richard is done a great job of being very careful and laying all this out for the last couple of years before the launch and ongoing. He's great, but you're not a big force in any industry unless somebody fucks with you in court. So I really hope that there's a lineup there's a lot of attorneys waiting, chomping at the bit to defend Richard in any case that he gets screwed with, and the product itself and everything, because there's no complaints here. There's no victims. It's set up the way it is. It can't be edited or improved upon or anything. So I hope that we really see another 10 to 15 to 20 to whatever nth years of smooth sailing, but we got to be ready for something like that, right?
Yep. Hey, I think I'm back.
Yep, you're back. There was also some news today. I don't know how reputable Zeus Capital is, but Zeus Capital made the statement that they believe that Chainlink will be next.
Sure.
Now, somebody asked if did Coinbase ever delist XRP yet? I don't know. I heard they got delisted on a couple of exchanges.
Yeah.
I think they said no, they're not going to. I think that was a statement today. Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard that just before the stream.
Wow. That's I don't know.
Again, you got to, check the sources. I'm not so familiar with some of these sources. I saw on Twitter today that they were going to shut down all buying and selling of XRP inside of the United States. But I don't have the source to drop on you, so I don't know how reputable it is.
Yeah,
that's a buy signal. Let's do it.
Franklin said, we aren't big enough yet. We will get fucked with eventually, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of cryptos out there that haven't been fucked with. There are. I mean, not all of them get hit with an SEC violation. And Richard is, like you guys just said, he's been very careful. He did a lot of research, and he really worked on complying with the Howey test when it came to the launch. And I think that, Hex was right in line with that. Now, we did all market Hex, and because of it looked like we were a scam, right? I mean, but Hex is just a token that you can stake. I mean, it's not anything different than Bitcoin. And then the launch was a lot like the EOS launch, only we didn't do the stupid things that EOS did to get themselves in trouble. And EOS just got slapped on the wrist for what they did. So, I mean, if you look at that precedent, but again, there's, politics involved. So you see one company get away with something and another company get hammered. That's the way of the game for some reason. I don't understand, the politics that are played in those games at those levels, but they do. You see it, but I guess we'll see.
The next chairman coming in seems to have different ideas also than the current, the current head of the SEC, right? So maybe we'll catch a break and we'll be the de facto. They'll sing the praises in Congress and they'll say, "Why aren't there more products like this? God damn it, we need more homegrown."
Well, I mean, this is this is global. So, I mean, I know that, you know, where the US goes, a lot of the financial world goes, and the dollar goes or whatever. But, there's a lot more forces out there, you know. I guess I think that nobody really, there's no like, there's no, global crypto consortium. You know what I mean? Like governments of the world coming together and meeting, going, what are we going to do about this crypto thing? You know? Yeah. And I don't think there's any of that going on. So that's the thing that gives me solace, I guess, when it comes to worry. Because my biggest fear is that crypto will get the hammer, the ban hammer, period. You know? And I mean, you know, least case scenario, like something like the US bans crypto completely. But globally, if I was to see them start to gather and start to chat and talk and squawk about crypto and what it's doing to finances, because once it like knocks the currency out, which it hasn't been able to do, it's not really, you know, I don't think it's feasible at this point for it to do that. But once they start talking and getting together and developing, you know, gatherings and consortiums and all that kind of shit to talk about what to do about the crypto problem, then we got to worry. But at this point, I don't think that there's enough global energy to come after crypto as a whole and do anything to it. So that eases my tensions over that. I don't know. I just think that regulatory boards are going to do what regulatory boards are going to do, and it seems like the real scammiest of scams have ever been like taken down by the SEC. You know what I mean? All the rest have just been fined.
Yeah, the timing of it was pretty wild too. We're at the start of a bull market. I was seeing green candles every day across all the different coins, and then all of a sudden the announcement, everything goes down. And you know, I wanted to get some Hex with my stimulus check, right? So I'm holding some ETH. Bought some ETH. It starts to go down, and I'm wondering, wow, because I had to get out of the ETH because I figured that this announcement from the SEC was going to stick around for a while. And thankfully, you know, what happens yesterday is we get I shouldn't say we, but I got the benefit of Hex getting the 1-inch drop with some of the, you know, everybody getting those coins. And now it's a huge pump across the market. And it's like, that's what the news cycle is. It's hopefully this will carry us back into the bull market and maybe make some, you know, we can forget about this for a little bit because it was putting a damper on us for a minute.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. It was nice to have a little Christmas gift here.
Yeah.
And then to see Hex pump too in the middle of it was nice.
Right. As everything else is going down, Hex is going up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then everything's going up, we're going up with them. Oh, I love it, man. I love it.
Makes you feel like you did something right. You know, we picked the right horse in this race. That's for sure.
Well, it's not core. Well, okay. So it's been talked about how it's correlated with ETH, to an extent, I guess, you know, the ETH chart, it kind of flows with ETH or whatever. And Richard's even talked about that multiple times. But the market does something completely different, and then Hex has continued to rise. And whenever Hex is affected, it's been affected by a whale getting in or getting out in a big way, you know, or big payday. Other than that, that's the only things that have affected. Hex has always been on an upward trend trajectory, and a whale getting in or getting out has made it, you know, jump and bump, and then it catches its trend line and continues to move on. And, you know, it's just been resilient as fuck, man. It's so resilient. It just like keeps getting up and dusting itself off and keep going and keep going and keep going. Oh man, I love this freaking crypto, man. I just love it. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. I mean, I've seen some big pumps before in some cryptos. I've seen some big dumps, and I've seen some freaking crashes and bashes and shit, but I ain't never seen anything as fucking little engine that could, like Hex, man. It just keeps on chugging, no matter what.
It is that stickiness, right? When you onboard somebody, they are so quick to become obsessed with the whole mechanics and trying to work out the game theory and really feel confident about where they are and say, well, there's like 10 ways to win and like no way to lose. What's the deal here? And they begin to evangelize. So I think it's going to spread a lot more easily in 2021. Not that we ever had a problem before. We just had these idiots saying, you know, I refuse to consider it because it's not my thing, right? It doesn't come into the framework of crypto as I know it, and which is only the maxi type of idea. But this time, I think we got a lot of people that are eager and very interested in the Hex idea. So I think it's gonna be great.
Yep. Hey, let me throw this in just to let everybody know, this is the FN Hangout. You guys can come join us too. I'm gonna drop that in YouTube. Drop it back in the Dlives here.
You got a slew of ninja guineas too, RG3.
Oh, did I miss some here? Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Look at that. Bitfinesse dropped another one. All my fellow Hexicans were at my side when I began watching Richard in 17 and 18. Hell yeah, dudes. Dude, nice. Thanks for dropping them on us, Bitfinesse. Your support is freaking awesome, man. Thanks, bro. Get back on the show here again soon. Navi Hex just dropped a Ninja Guinea too. Richard's emphasis on Hex not being a security gives us a knock-on boost of marketing from this FUD. Yeah, I think that all the work that he did to explain the Howey test and explain the legs of it and how Hex is in compliance with it really did all of us some good. And it educated all of us. And we've, all the good thing about our streams, like Hexos and mine, we've listened to hours and hours and hours of Richard talk about marketing Hex, how it was built, where it came from, what it means to the space. So we were all speaking the same narrative. We all had the same language, and we've continued to educate the community that way, so that we're all sharing the same story of what Hex is, and I think it's finally starting to resonate out there. Hey, look, you got another one of our buddies here. Fireside chat here with Matty Allen.
All right.
How you going,
hey
bud?
guys, Merry Christmas.
Hey,
welcome, brother.
Merry Hexmas to you, buddy. Merry Hexmas.
Yeah, it's so good to see everybody in the community tonight. I'm loving it.
Good to see you too. It's what do we got? We got 155 followers on a Christmas night. That's freaking awesome, man. Thanks, guys. Everybody's fat and happy right now. Probably ate too much food and drank too much wine and ate too much dessert and all that shit. I even got so I don't eat a lot of sugar and stuff. And at Christmas time though, that's like my indulge time. And I got these cherries.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man, these are like one of my favorites. And then these things here.
oh yes,
Those peppermint.
These mints.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
I can eat a rail of those in my sleep. Yeah.
And then my almond joys. I put those away already, so I wouldn't fuck with those because I'll eat the whole damn bag of those almond joys. I love those. Those are my three favorites. And then of course peanut butter cups. I like peanut butter cups, but I try and stay away from them because man, freaking sugar, man. Crazy.
Can't have just one peanut butter cup either.
No. Can't have just one. Oh, so anyway, so what's up, Matty? What's up?
Well, back in your day, the fireside chats were an important way for FDR to calm the country because of there was a Great Recession and there was the Banking Security Act and all these things you could probably tell us more about.
Fucking Matty dropping old man bombs on me. God damn, what's this fucking community coming to? When the kindest guy in the whole community is fucking dropping shit talk on you.
So I wanted to speak to that because you guys were talking earlier about trolling and the trolling of the year award and everything. And I just wanted to say that the Hex community is so much different than any other community. I mean, I have people coming at me saying that I have the best posture in crypto. And so now I'm like, now I have to. It's like it's huge pressure on me, you know? And it's like, is this my worst trolling problem? Like how my posture? I don't.
You do have the best posture. You can't see it right now, but the most incredible upright posture. I always feel like when I watch, I'm like, is there something wrong with my spine? He's got like such alignment. He's so propped up. It's so amazing.
The personal tags don't bother me. The one that's really like I've just freaking had it with is all of the Hexican Bitcoin maxis that we have. Like somebody just I forget who it was. And I guess it doesn't really matter, but I get it like once every couple of weeks, somebody comes on and says, you got to quit talking about Bitcoin. It's just not nice. It's just so not nice. And then everybody likes Bitcoin and you're being so mean to Bitcoin. Why do you keep doing that? It's just not cool, man. It's not cool. Shut the fuck up. Bitcoin sucks. And I'll say it again and I'll keep saying it. Bitcoin is a shit coin and it's going away. There you go. So now you'll have something else to talk about, fuckers.
Yep. My friend says, I love Hex. I love what you guys are doing, but why do you got to keep talking down the other coins? It makes me want to go buy a bag of Bitcoin.
Good. Go buy a bag of Bitcoin. Go buy a bag of it. Son of a bitch. You know what? I mean, it's like I understand what people are saying. Like, here's what happens. You got a bag of Bitcoin and you're like, you want Bitcoin to pump. When you don't have no more Bitcoin, you can give a fuck less and you can become a realist and you can look at it from a different point of view and go, God damn, I'm glad I'm out of that shit. I'm glad I got out of it. And I'm saying that while it's pumping. I'm still saying it while it's pumping because you know what? This pump isn't because of Bitcoin's ability to do anything fucking bitching and cool in this ecosystem. No, this pump is fucking fake. It's brought to you by your financial investors who know fucking nothing fuck all about crypto, but they're going to put it in because it's the greatest thing for them to get into. They've heard. So fuck you guys and your damn Bitcoin shit, because you know, if you're the only reason you're defending it is because you got a bag of it and you want it to pump so you can sell it eventually because you bought it at fucking 18K 2-3 years ago. You know, so shut up with that shit. Keep it to yourself and go sell your bags when they pump enough, and then go find a real crypto to put your money into.
RG, okay. I tell them that it's like a family where Bitcoin and Ethereum are the older brothers, and now we're the younger brother Hex, and we just got out of puberty. We're growing taller. We're graduating college. We're a little bit smarter, a little bit better looking, and that's all. It's just that we're still a family.
And the other thing is I always give Bitcoin its props for being first, for being the leader, for being marketable, for having market share, market cap in the crypto ecosystem. I always give it its props and its credit for that. But I'm not going to fucking hide the fact that it's antiquated bullshit technology. I'm not going to hide it. And I'm so glad that Richard talks about it too on a regular basis of what it is. But Richard gives it its props too. And I mean, that's the way it should be presented. We should be saying, look, Bitcoin has its place. It's old, antiquated technology, and we should all be promoting better things in crypto, like Hex. That's what we should be doing. And let Bitcoin have its place. Let Bitcoin have its marketability to onboard new users and then bring them into crypto so that we can show them what the real deal is. Sure, go ahead and hold some of your Bitcoin if you'd like. But there are better things out there, and technology is moving forward, and crypto is moving forward. And here we're the future of it. So I'm here to educate people on what's going on out here. Like all of the rest of those folks who were fucking fudding us back in the day when, and Bitcoin was the fucking thing to be in. What about all that shit? Now instead of coming to us and apologizing and praising us, they're saying, well, why are you guys talking so bad about Bitcoin now? because fuck you guys. I mean,
Well,
fuck
yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
and your Bitcoin. Go and fucking go have fun with your Bitcoin. Go on. We don't need you around here. If you're going to be one of those people that doesn't want to have anything to do with the advancement of fucking humanity through crypto, then go on and be with your Bitcoin and leave the rest of everybody else alone.
I
can't
love Bitcoin, and I think that I think that
so do I.
Because I love how I turned my Bitcoin into Hex, right? And now I'm mining 36x the Bitcoin, right? Like, and these are the 2 points, right? That you're still gonna hear. They won't answer. All the big people in Bitcoin, they won't answer about centralization, right? Because like Richard says, stories change, right? They evolve. And so what we're seeing is this massive centralization, I believe, in Bitcoin. It's which has happened with the internet. The internet got ruined by centralization, right? Democracy got ruined by centralization. There are all these things happening behind the scenes. And so, when Michael Saylor gets asked, and by the way, he does a great job of explaining why crypto is so great. And so that's why I'm glad he's like onboarding people for us in the future. He's like doing all the hard work. All the Bitcoiners are like, they're mining like the population to get people into crypto. And then we're going to mine the best minds in Bitcoin and bring them into Hex and everything. And it's like, everybody's going to have like their time, but it's really, I think in the long term, it's the mining situation that's really making the difference. We're going to keep growing no matter what, with our value in Hex, but also with our economic energy, because when you incentivize people to save, you get better people. It's not that you just attract people who are better, but you make people better. And so that economic energy and that behavior change energy going forward is really, I think, it's gonna take a while for people to catch on, but that's okay.
Yeah. Bit Finesse, thanks again for another time. Bro, you just dropping it on us tonight, man. Damn, Hexmas, we've got our new Santa. Bit Finesse is our new Santa. Ski Cat Jr. tonight, man. Another diamond. Welcome to Guerrilla Finance, motherfuckers, is what he said. And you're right, man. You're right. It's I love BTC. It pumps my Hex bags. Yep, you're right, Franklin. Where you at, man? Why aren't you in here, Franklin? I haven't seen you for a while, bro. But somebody said in the chat just a little while ago, Hex is beating the shit out of the financial world and the crypto world, and it's already been. Hex has already destroyed crypto, and the bullets have been handed out. We're just waiting for the bodies to fall. Someone said. And that's it is. I mean, I said this when we launched, and when we finally had Big Payday over with, when the OA moved, I was like completely, that's it. Crypto has been fucking wrecked. We have destroyed fucking crypto. It'll never be the same. People don't know about it yet. Hex hasn't had mass adoption yet, and it hasn't been able to affect the crypto world that much yet, but it's coming, and there ain't nothing anybody can do about it. It's unstoppable. It's done. DeFi is finally really here, and it's going to undermine all of this shit and somebody just said it in the chat room now, BTC is controlled by centralized finance. It's controlled by it. It's controlled by centralized finance and centralized miners, none of which are doing anything good for the people in the community. Like you just said, Maddie, this show, what we just talked about at the beginning of the show. So Joe here, I mean, this is a perfect example. So Maddie has come to Hex as a mental expert, let's just say, as a mental and emotional expert, and started streaming and doing so. Joe actually has a stream to help people talk about their addiction recoveries. And I mean, that's what this community is developing. Yeah. This stream here, everything that we've done, we've had fun, and we've done some really freaking childish and outlandish things on this show for fun. But we've always talked about people's health and well-being, because we are all a product of what Hex is and what Richard has done. Richard's book, the book that he wrote and put out, all the things that he's done. He's not, people give him shit for boasting, but he's just trying to put it out. If Richard doesn't say it, nobody else is. Look, man, I'm giving fucking away everything I got. You can't donate money to me. You can't give me money. You can't pay me for none of the shit I've done. I've given it all away for free, and you motherfuckers still won't listen to me. I've given away all my advice for free. I've proven to you that I've called tops, I've called bottoms, and I've called good cryptos, and I've called bad cryptos. And when I was wrong, I've admitted it and gone back and said, here's what's right. He's done all of that. And we've all seen it. And what it's done is it's created this community. It's created this group of people that are developing a whole new crypto space. We have changed it. Hex changed crypto forever because our community is growing and growing strong. Hexo called me, what was it, last night we were talking, and he said, bro, have you seen all the fucking Hexicans? Have you seen all the streams? Have you seen how many people that we're getting that are like, I'm not talking about adoption of the crypto and stakers. I'm talking about fucking Hexicans. I'm talking about people getting involved, getting in the chats, creating their own streams, just being guests on the streams. I mean, the bravery and the people coming out and the things that people are talking about are something you've never seen in crypto before. Never. You've never seen it. And here it is today. And we're changing the face of crypto. And it's all about good behaviors and healthy behaviors. And you guys have proven that that's what we're attracting, is people that want to develop healthy behaviors within this ecosystem.
Captain, I'm not sure if we've said this on here before, but Joe and I met in your chat, like here on Discourse Syndicate. Like that's where
how you guys met.
That's where our friendship started. It's a product of what you started.
I thought you guys were buddies before. I didn't know you guys met in the chat.
We met in the chat.
In your chat.
Holy fuck, that is fucking cool, man. That blows my mind.
Thank you.
That blows my mind.
Thank you for him and I are close friends now because of you and the show and the community. I mean,
that is, dude, that really makes me happy, because that means that what's going on here is really making a difference, because you guys are making a difference out there. You are. And Maddie, bringing, we've had some people that have had like our friend Adrian. Adrian had a fucking emotional breakdown in real life, and we watched it materialize on Twitter in real time with his videos. And he came on this show, and because of the community, because of people like you, Maddie, talking about these things, and Johnny Chaos called it out right in the beginning. Everybody was on Adrian. We're like, oh fuck Adrian and this and that and the other. But Johnny said, hey man, you guys got to back off. There's something going on here with this guy. I think everybody needs to take a step back. And that made me think for a minute when Johnny said that. And I was like, you know what? He's right. This kid's really, it's not that he's trolling. There's something wrong. And eventually we found out there was something wrong. And I freaking love Adrian. I love that kid. I've always wanted him on the show, and we finally got him on the show, and he admitted that, hey man, I fucking woke up one day and I was in my neighbor's fucking kitchen making food, and they were calling the police on me. And that's a fucking mental breakdown, emotional breakdown. And he's gotten through it, and he's had to back off from, Twitter and all that stuff. But that all happened live in front of us. But the community was strong enough and smart enough to know, hey, this guy's got a problem. We all reached out. And when it was time and he felt comfortable, we got him on stream. We talked to him. We welcomed him back into the community, even though there were some horrible things that were said back and forth between him and some other people and all that kind of stuff, and blocks and all these things that happen, just stupid online bullshit. It has nothing to do with real life. But, the man had an issue, and but the community picked him back up and welcomed him back in, and he felt much better after that. I'm hoping, from everything, all the messages that he and I had afterwards were just like, thank you, man. I really feel good. I'm going to take some time off. I really need to worry about my mental health and that kind of stuff. And that was great, man. And we didn't have a mishap, like, you know, what's that stupid trading platform that that people are using? It's not a crypto trade. It's got crypto on it, but Robinhood. Yeah, where the kid fucking killed himself because of a glitch, you know, and he just, you know, I mean, that's just it. That kind of shit's horrible. I mean, it's one thing to troll people and have fun and bust on folks and, you know, that kind of stuff. But man, when people's mental health gets to a point where they feel it's time to check out, I mean, that's not good. That's not good. And the community is kind of responsible for that. If we see that type of stuff happening, we need to check on each other and check it before it gets to that point, because that ain't cool. Period.
Well,
End of story.
A little bit goes a long way, RG. Kudos to you for having him on. That was inspiring. I was, you know, Maddie and I, it's very important to both of us to help others through mental health, for me spiritually, for Maddie with his day job, and now transforming that into something for the Hex community. And then the last year at this time in December, I was in Adrian's place at the beginning of December. I was hospitalized against my will, you know, and it took faith, it took family, it took friends, a community, a fellowship to bring me to the place I am today, you know. And if it wasn't for Maddie, if it wasn't for my friend Hexlive, if it wasn't for you, RG, if it wasn't for Hexologist, you know, I had some really dark times in August, and you guys all helped me through it, you know, and I'm just recently coming back to feeling normal. And I just really wanted to, you know, thank you in person for having Adrian on, because it really hit home. It's so important for us to extend that hand. If somebody makes a mistake, you know, and it doesn't matter who they are, you know, if somebody, I have trouble if somebody attacks Hex and is ignorant, like Peter McCormick, I can't extend my hand, but really the right thing to do in all situations is, and that was really cool that you did that. So I just wanted to let you know, RG.
Thank you. And thanks for letting me know about our inspiration to you. I mean, that's like Richard says, you know, people call him on a regular basis, and I've had people, and I don't want to, you know, call them out or anything, but I've had people DM me and tell me, you know, hey, thanks for this, thanks for that, and really needed it, you know. And like when I was doing streams when I went back to Colorado when my dad passed away, and you know, some people were going through the same type of thing at the same time, you know, and you know, and that helped me, because I was, you know, I buried my best friend last Christmas. This day last year, I was pulling his body out of his trailer and helping them get him out of there. And then after that, it was my father a few months later, and then the pandemic and everything was just like mentally draining. But there was this community here, and I was able to tap into it and have a good time and release and take my mind off of some of those things and focus on, you know, Hex and the community and streaming. So Discourse Syndicate did a lot for me too, you know, and on top of all that, I was taking care of my, you know, 89-year-old grandmother and dealing with that too. and then she passed away, but I always had, you know, the Hex community, and some of you have had, you know, private conversations, like Hexologist and me, we're good friends, and we talk regular basis about, you know, life and stuff. And you know, and he helped me talk about the, you know, things about my grandmother, and, you know, hey, you need anything, man, or this or that. And he's always been there. Marine brother too, you know, on top of all of that. But the community has really been cool, because I mean, I'm a freaking old man. I live out here in the sticks of California, and I don't have much but work, you know. It's work and my kids, and now I got all these friends in the Hex community. So it's been good for me too, this whole thing. So I'm glad to hear that it's helping so many people, and that it put you two together. That's freaking cool.
Yeah, we talked in the chat, and then Maddie interviewed me for an article he was writing, and we interviewed for maybe an hour. We had never spoken before, and we talked for 5 hours that night. I felt like a little schoolgirl, seriously. Like I felt like I haven't made a friend as an adult that intimately, that quickly, where Maddie has helped me so much with so many things. He's been such a great friend. If we don't talk daily, we talk every other day, you know, and it just started from two guys sharing a common interest in Hex, having an outlet like the DS chat where we could get to know one another. And you know, we kind of put a little bit of faith out on a limb to to give each other our phone numbers. Even, you know, we're afraid to doxing ourselves. And then, you know, next thing we know, or we're going to start a stream maybe because we're hitting it off so well. Should we maybe work together? Is there a higher power functioning right now? Is there something pushing us together saying you guys should go do this? You know, and there's just so many things that fell in line that we took the leap of faith. We talked about, what do we do? Do we show our faces? You know, and on the test run, that was the night we decided to show our faces. It was like we just put it all together. We put it all out there. And I can't imagine it any other way. I wouldn't not want to show my face, you know, and RG, I really appreciate it. I mean, Maddie has become one of my best friends in the entire world, and it's beyond Hex. So thank you.
That's cool. That is real cool. No, I saw your guys when you guys were streaming. I'm like, oh man, these guys are buddies. You know, these guys are friends. I thought you guys were, you know, outside of crypto, like Maddie brought you into crypto, or you brought Maddie into crypto, and that's how you guys, you know. I didn't hear the story until now. You know, that is really cool. That is
Joe, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have in my notes here, I felt like a little schoolgirl. Is there any reason you couldn't feel like a little schoolboy?
Yeah, maybe I struggle with some internal who I am, you know.
In touch with it, right? Good, I like it.
Thank you for that, Papa.
Here we go. Here we go.
That and grammar. I'll check everybody's grammar.
Good man. Good man. No, I mean, really, when was the last time you met another man and you spoke on the phone for 5 hours? You know what I mean? On the night that you meet, it's out of the ordinary. So, I mean, that's the way I identify it. I felt like
we do that almost every night on this show.
Have you spoken to Kareem?
Well, you ain't gonna get to talk for 5 hours, but Kareem you might get about 15 minutes of that.
Yeah, Maddie, how did that go? We were all wondering if you were doing the SOS with your eyelids.
I couldn't stop laughing. I had to look away from the comments.
We were having some fun.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
It was too funny.
It was great, but you made the mistake. You made the mistake of saying, "Oh, that's a good point." And as soon as you said that, it was another chapter unfolds. It was amazing.
That's right. Yeah.
We kept saying, "Play dead, Maddie. Play dead."
That man is so fucking driven, man. I mean, you rarely find people that are as driven as a guy like him. I mean, Kareem is a rarity in the world, and when I've seen a few of them in my lifetime, and they're just driven. I don't know if any of you know Fox Business, but Kennedy was a friend of mine for many years, and she is one of those people that's just driven like that. And she used to work at K-Rock with me, but man, you just know those people when you first meet them. They're just going to do amazing things, you know, just amazing things. And that's what Kareem is. Kareem's one of those guys. And I know we all give him shit for not letting none of us get a word in edgewise, but man, I'm telling you, that kid right there is something special.
Absolutely. His passion, his intellect, his energy is infectious.
It's he's infectious. He is infectious. And his story is fucking amazing. I had a chance to have a nice long private chat with him on the telephone. And I'm telling you, that young man's story is fucking gut wrenching. And I mean, wow, no wonder, you know, for somebody, because it's funny, like in the Marine Corps, they taught us about, you know, becoming a POW, and talk to you about, you know, what it does to one person versus what it can do to another person based upon their mental capacity or their mental state at the time, what they do with it. So one person can come out of it and become a public speaker and write books and talk about their experience and let it propel them forward in life. And then another guy can go in there and be dead just because of lost the will to live, not because they were killed, but because they just lost the will to live. And their mental state was that of which that allowed them to their body to just quit. and then let them die. So it's all about your mental state, and what you do to yourself. And that's what Kareem has his experiences. He's taken them and moved his life forward with them. And it's an amazing thing to see in a young man like him. It's really cool.
I'm hoping that the part of the program we have for the Hex conference that's called the Social, I'm hoping that this will be a chance for lots of people to have the same kind of experience I had with Joe, and that we're all seeming to have, where we really are making close friends and really having this deep connection with each other, and still able to make light of it and laugh together and but also really talk about things that are changing our lives or that are helping to change other people's lives. And so the format's just going to be create your own Google Hangout. And so we'll make instructions for ways maybe for people to plan ahead so that they don't dox themselves, or so that their privacy is protected as much as possible. But it'll be the type of thing where we could have, instead of just having 5 or 10 people on camera at once, we could have as many people as they want to create a hangout, and then to have as many people as they want. So it's kind of a small group situation.
Cool. Let me jump in the chat real quick. Crypto Coffee, fellas, is it gay to love your Hex homies? No. As long as you don't back up, it's not gay. All right. Let's see here. Only if you grab their asses, Coffee. Yeah, that too. If you engage in any way or back up, then it is gay. All right. Remember that. Just like tucking them in at night. Okay. You can slide into my DMs anytime, Coffee. That's what David Feeder said. Let's see, Crypto Coffee, as long as you don't pop a boner. Bifinesse, dropping another diamond. Just explain to my mom why Ponzi's fail, noob. He's gone. Love the new edited sci-fi. Yeah, I'd like to read that, because I started reading the other one and I said, fuck this shit, man. That thing reads like a fucking, what do you call it? Nostradamus's quatrains, or I don't know. It's just fucking out there, man. It's such a hard read. Good stuff in there, but very hard to try and. I have a hard time reading books anyway. I read a page and I fall asleep. So anyway, let's see what else. Bran just dropped us a diamond. Thanks, Bran. Love that guy. Hextoshi, preach that shiznit RG. I don't know what I'm preaching, but something. Hexog just donated ice cream. Sig Hex, a lemon. Jimmy D Hex donated a Ninja Guinea. Merry Hexmas, Captain. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Merry Hexmas to you too. Let's see. We have family. We all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man. Just call us Hexicans. Yep, that was that. That's what's his name's drop, right? That was friggin' badass. I love that.
Quotes.
Yeah, Freddie quotes. Let's see. What the hell? Are we still pumping? Yeah, we are. Are we still pumping? That was somebody. Oh, I must have been talking about Adrian. That was one of the first DS streams I saw, and it really sold me on the strength of this community. This community is strong as fuck. We've been through it all. We've been forged by fire. We've got strong leadership. We've got open forums. We've got faces. We've got ladies. We've got gentlemen. We've got pirates. We've got doctors. You name it, we fucking got it. We got mental health experts. We got people dropping dime. We got people dropping fucking rhyme. We got everything. You name it. Hex don't fuck around. We got the best community out there. Let's see what else we got here. You had it right the first time. I love the faith in the Hex community. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Never look down on a brother unless you are willing to pick them up. You got that right. That's the way we are around here. That's the way we are. And 2021, guys, 2021 is going to be Hex's year, because we were all forged in fire, and iron sharpens iron, all that stuff. See now what's happening. See, this is the beautiful thing about this community. So Hex was built and launched by Richard, and smart motherfucker he is. and good motherfucker he is. So what did he do? He attracted a bunch of smart and good motherfuckers. And what is happening now, as I said, we've all come together. Now what's happening is iron is sharpening iron. All of us, all of these streamers, all of the strength in Hex, we're now making each other better, and we're growing stronger because of it. And 2021 is going to be our fucking year to shine, guys. You just fucking mark my words on it, because this is bigger than just a good crypto. This is bigger than just, the pandemic ending and the world starting to change a little bit. This is fucking prophetic shit right here. As far as, everybody has their own faith and beliefs and things like that. As far as my culture's belief, this is a new era that's coming in right now, and new things like Hex and awareness, people's awareness of bringing things together, money, physical, your physical world, your mental world, all that, all those things coming together in this new millennium. It's happening, man. And it's been prophesized to happen. And here we are on the prefaces of greatness, and iron is sharpening iron right now. I see it, man. Thing is just going to get better and better and better. Watch, mark my words, Let's see what else is going on in the chat. I'm going backwards. Hextoshi, thanks for the diamond. Kareem is our African Tony Robbins. Love that dude. That's a good. I forget where he was from. He told me what country he was from. Damn it. I wish I can remember it now. Kareem is actually quite humble. His passion is the driving factor why people can't get the word in. Oh, of course. No. He is a very humble man. He is outwardly spoken and gets excited and lays it down like anybody, any of the smart Hexicans can. But like you said, his passion drives him. His passion just drives him. I'm attracted to this community with all the military guys involved, because these guys know how to get shit done. Mm-hmm. You know what? You're right. You're right. There's a lot of military guys involved in Hex, and they do know how to get shit done. I mean, fuck, man, give me a couple Marines any day, and I'll show you something. All right. Kennedy made the transition from hot librarian to hot geek chick before it was cool. Yeah. I won't dox her, but I've got some personal. She was my roommate for a little while, and she's awesome. I love Kennedy. She's an awesome.
I remember her from MTV, right? RG, same Kennedy.
Yeah. She was at MTV. She left K-Rock and went to MTV because, like I said, she was just bound for stardom. She was just one of those.
Oh my God, Pat Kennedy.
Yeah.
She's a good friend of mine. We grew up in radio together. When I first started in radio, she was an intern there, and she started working for the same show. I worked for Kevin and Bean in the morning, and she started working for the same show when I moved on to promotions, and she stayed there, worked with them for a little while, and then after her internship, she blew out and went to MTV because a bunch of people at K-Rock right before the big. See, I was there when K-Rock was in trouble for the drugola and all that kind of shit, where they were playing, you bring them cocaine and they were playing records and shit like that. Well, they got in a bunch of big trouble for that. And then eventually a big company called Infinity Broadcasting came in and bought them up. And I was in the middle of all that when it changed over to Infinity Broadcasting. So it was like this old school fucking radio station with a bunch of dope heads and shit. And then they brought this corporate structure into the middle of it. And it just turned, it was a big shit show, man. It was fucking crazy. And then of course the corporate entities kind of took over and got rid of everybody else. Like Randy Schoen went to MTV, Louis Largent went to MTV, Kennedy went over to MTV, a whole bunch of them went to MTV. That's where the money was. And then a bunch of us just kind of stuck around until they finally just had enough of us. And I ended up having to go away too, but that's a whole nother story for another time. But yeah, she was a good friend of mine, and well, still is. We don't get to talk much anymore. She's out in New York now, and anyway, yeah, she's freaking great. Bifiness, fight Hexicans. Wait a minute, fight Hexicans. The weapons are all on the field. You are right. You are right. Children of the Grave. Look, all you guys dropping diamonds and lemons and ice creams. Man, guys, thanks, man, for supporting us so much tonight. Let's see. Cookie Franken, Cookie Boys, and RG3 inspire me to get a hex tattoo on my middle finger. Yeah, get it right there, bitch. Put it right there. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get something. I got this cool pirate tattoo that I'm thinking about doing. I got to get a bunch of stuff finished. I'm like half done. I got a buddy of mine got in prison. He was doing all my work, and he got put in prison. So I had to I was trying to be loyal, but it ain't getting out anytime soon. So I better get to I was waiting for him to get out, but it turned out he ain't getting out anytime soon. Let's see. The one thing about BTC going up 7% is Hex usually goes up 15% or more. You got that right, Hexy Mofo. It's nice. And that's another thing. We like to see Bitcoin pump. We do. We like to see Bitcoin pump because it pumps the whole ecosystem. And Hex usually gets a nice pump out of it too. Coffee just donated Ninja Guinea. God damn, Coffee. Thank you so much. 'Tis the season, you dirty pirate OGs. Why aren't you coming in here to visit us? You too drunk tonight, Bubba? Huh, is that what it is? I don't know if you guys ever seen, but were you guys here during the whole debacle with that other coin that was trying to be built on Hex, but it wasn't, and it did a little fucking big dippity do on everybody? But anyway, we had one stream where they all came on to speak their piece, and we all let them talk, and that whole thing. And Coffee came on. He was fucking drunk as fuck. And he's like, fuck all you guys, fucking scamming motherfuckers. He was fucked up, man. And then he went on a bender he disappeared for 4 days. I couldn't get a hold of him. Like, dude, what the fuck are you, man? You all right? And he came back. He was like, yeah, dude, man, I shouldn't have probably done that. And now I'm getting death threats. Everything else.
Is that when he was crypto whiskey?
No. He was
coffee.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, if you're drunk, you don't have to come on, Bubba. Let's see.
Over.
Coffee donated another diamond. I'd be scared to be a maxi right now. Yeah, you're right, man. It would be weird to be a maxi right now with the shit that's going on. You got some ex-cops too. Hey, Hexter Dector. Yeah, we need some ex-cops in here too. Fox Business Show now. Yeah, that's where Kennedy is. Weenie Truck, RG. Yeah, the Weenie Truck. And well, it was the van. It was a van, but then it was the Weenie Roast Mobile. Yeah, I guess. Well, now we did the Weenie Roast that's why the Weenie Roast is the Weenie Roast, because of RG3 cooking weenies at one of the concerts one night. There was another one. This was like the fucking coolest thing I ever got to do as a driving around in a weenie truck. So I like doing this whole party thing. So I was a good partier at the time, and so they would send me. They called me Crash. Crash was my name. That was my radio name or whatever. And I was the van driver. So I was the promotions guy. So they put me in the van, bunch of t-shirts, bunch of stickers, and throw me out there and let me party with people and hand out stickers and t-shirts with the van. Right. And so one night they said, hey, we're going to send you to somebody's house because they're going to win this contest. And it was with the Violent Femmes. You've ever heard of that band, the Violent Femmes? And the guy won. So this guy wins this contest. So they hand me a bunch of money and they say, okay, go set up a bar, get beer and a whole bar for this guy, buy him food, go get a barbecue, and go to this guy's house and feed everybody and set up the bar for everybody. And we're sending a couple of the K-Rock bikini team over there, and they're going to, bartend and serve food. And the Violent Femmes is going to come to this guy's house and for 50 of his best friends and play in his fucking living room. Right. So it was like, fuck, that's rad, right? So I go and I get all this fucking food, and I go down there, and we had this party in this dude's living room. And the Violent Femmes played for all of his friends in his fucking house, man. That was one of the coolest things ever, man. It was fucking badass. It was like,
what year was this, RG3?
That was in 91, 92, somewhere around there.
Okay,
Probably about, I think that was
seems
probably,
so familiar. I was like in high school. I thought I was.
shut the fuck up.
Not even kidding. I'm dead serious. I think that I remember them saying Crash is going to show up at such and such a place with a weenie mobile or something with the you can right. Wasn't it something like that?
It was they called it the K-Rock van, yeah. And
but it was like it was the one on wheel. It was like the mobile old hot dog stand, right, in LA. Wasn't it?
I did one out there. I did some stuff out there too. Yeah, at Pink's hot dog stand. I did stuff at Pink's. I did shit everywhere, man. I mean, it was they would have to wake me up on the side of the freeway. Sometimes they'd be looking for me, and I'd be out all night with the van, and then I just like kind of pull over and pass out and shit, and then like fucking the morning show would be looking for me, and fucking listeners would be knocking on the window going, Crash, they're looking for you on the radio, man. I'm like, oh fuck, I wake up, and oh shit, try and get somewhere else, Anyway, those were some fucking days, man. Those were some days. And man, yeah, those were some days.
Oh geez, is that where the name came from? From you falling asleep, from you crashing, or from you crashing?
Well, it was from something else, but it wasn't from crashing. But yeah, it was from crashing, but not a vehicle.
Gotcha.
Yeah. RG3's got a pass. I got a pass. Let's see. So let me jump back into the chat. Let's see here. I'm behind on the win. No, I'm not behind. Saw the Violent Femmes in a small venue in Boise once. Yeah, man, they were great, man. They were great. They had an acoustic bass, acoustic guitar, and the drummer had a couple of buckets that he turned over, and he had little fan things and everything that he was playing with. He just had a bag of sticks, and they brought him. He asked for a couple of buckets from the store, the grocery store. We gave him buckets, and the dude was playing the drums in the living room, and they were playing acoustic. It was badass. So let's see. Crash BC, you always crash out and can't stay up. Crash because you always crash out and can't stay up. Oh, not if I get my gas station pills. So anyway, interesting stream tonight. Interesting stream. This is very cool. And where's the rest of the Hexicans? We only have three folks showing up tonight, huh? All right.
It's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. It's Christmas. It's Hexmas. But we still have over 100 people watching the stream. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Oh, look at that. It says Merry Christmas on the Dlive here. That is cool. Yeah. We still aren't VPs, but that's probably not going to happen, is my guess. Doesn't look like they want to. It doesn't look like they want to give that to us at this point.
I know other people have been saying it, but I think it's like really important what you're doing and what other people are doing, streaming at this time of year and this day in particular. Not everybody has their biological family to spend time with on Christmas, and so I think it's really awesome. Everybody that's here, it's a special day,
Yeah, that's a big deal for a lot of people at this time of the year, because it does bring on all that depression from folks who have lost and dealt with things like that, and like my buddy's son who passed away last Christmas Day. Last year, I was worried about him and how his day was going to go, and I know a lot of his family moved out and he's kind of by himself. So I was worried about him today and what he was doing. And then of course you can't get together right now. It's just fucking insane, man. We didn't have, it was just my immediate family. We usually have a bunch of people over and whatnot. My wife entertains everybody and we cook a lot of food and have a lot of folks over, and it was just us. You know, I'm gonna go take food and take it over to my grandfather's house and drop it off on his front porch because he's 90, you know, and I can't risk exposing him to anything because I'm out there. I just lost let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost 5 guys this week to the pandemic. We had two of them got positive, and they quarantined the rest of them. So all my guys are freaking quarantined or can't go to work. Yeah. They all got exposed by the 2 that are in. One of them is in a hospital. One of them is at home just sick. And the others are just on quarantine for right now. It's like freaking crazy.
So
I'm wondering.
Go ahead, please.
I was wondering, like, if this could be part of our like outbound messaging. I'm not sure if I've ever, you know, said to somebody like, come here for the community, even though like in the community, I'm like, our community is awesome. And, you know, usually when I try to attract people to Hex, I'm talking about the mad gains or, hey, look, I got my friends to follow this half-page piece of paper with steps on it, and they got the $2,000 from the Uniswap drop and stuff like that. Right. But it's more than financial is what we're finding. And so I think that I was reminded when I was talking to somebody the other day that most of the time in video chats, it's so profane, or the trolling, the actual real trolling of like trying to ruin somebody's day or like hurt somebody is so profuse that people can't stand it. And I forgot that a lot of people actually don't, like, they avoid comments. And when somebody posts a video and there's not a live community of moderators going, they wind up with a bunch of offensive things on them usually. And so I think that there are probably a lot of people out there who maybe would want to come to Hex for the community. And so I put together like a poster the other day that I'll share on Twitter, and it just says something like, feeling cursed, and you know, come chat at t.me/hexcrypto. And we know that there's always going to be somebody there at like Kareem volunteers a lot. He's on there, and you actually get a score. I didn't realize this until recently. If you're on the Telegram chat, you get a score based on your reputation, and people can up rank you. And so you can see if somebody is going to be scamming and giving bad advice, or if somebody's going to be hurtful to others, they're going to get removed from there probably, and they're not going to have a high score. And so there are people who are actually incentivized by wanting to gain a higher score to you know, to be playing the game of helping others. It's so awesome.
That's good. It is.
Yeah, Maddie, just last night with, you know, on our show with Funding Jim coming on and Motley and Yash Deep, we were having an open discussion about things, and I wanted to share something I was thinking about making some money beyond Hex if I can get comfortable live streaming. And, you know, Yash is in the same sort of business as I am, so that, you know, the two of us could potentially partner and create something outside of Hex, and Funding Jim's, you know, guiding us along. And, you know, and that all just happens organically inside of Hex when we least expect it. Like, it's just, it never stops. It just never stops.
Yeah, this whole community has been organic. Hex itself, everything has been organic. And because nobody came to me or Hexo and said, hey, we want you guys to put a stream together and we're going to pay you, and here's what we want you to talk about. Nobody did any of that stuff. You know, we just did it on our own. And again, I attribute it to how Richard provided us with information and confidence, and gave us a safe place to feel like our the culture that we wanted to become or be part of was safe and okay. He just gave us that environment, and basically he gave us fertile ground, and we grew from it. So that's what I attribute him to. is Hex, and Richard laid out the fertile ground for all of us to do what it is that we're doing today, and so I know that probably the people that are watching the stream tonight are the hardcores, and I'm glad that we're having this conversation now, because we'd be boring people that are trying to find out about crypto, because we're talking about community. But the people that are in here are the ones that need to hear this, is because the community is the strength of Hex right now, and the community that is the strength of Hex is going to benefit in the long run as mass adoption comes up and other people see what it is and what it's worth and its value. And those early adopters who were forged in fire and sharpened by other iron are going to be the beneficiaries of its growth and its mass gains and all of that. So it's that's what you're hearing tonight. You're hearing about community. You're still early in Hex. Everybody who's here, who's listening right now, you are still early in Hex. Biggest people in Hex haven't got in yet. The biggest whales have not dumped their bags into Hex yet. I'm telling you right now, the biggest whales have not gotten into Hex yet. They're still yet to get in.
Captain Crash, can I just ask a quick question? We started the stream. We were mentioning that you are burning the candle at several ends,
yes,
and something has to go. And we've established that it can't be Volkswagens. Yep. And now we know the power of the community. And on behalf of a very grateful community, I want to thank you for opening up an additional stream on Monday nights. It's awesome to hear that you can make such sacrifice for all of us 3 times a week. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy you made this decision.
Well, so what let me go ahead and answer that question now. I know I kind of teased about that a little bit. I've got to give up some things. Some time has to be given back to my family from the things that are happening right now. When COVID was around and we were all quarantined, and I didn't have work, it was okay for me to stream as much as I was and whatnot. 3 days a week on this show is a lot because we do 3-hour streams, So on the weekends, I help my sister on her stream. She has a stream, and very different than this, very different topic, very different subject matter, all that. But what I'm going to end up eventually having to do is to relinquish my duties there and continue with Hex. And not shut any of the streams down on Discourse Syndicate. So I will be continuing on Discourse Syndicate. I just wanted to tease everybody a little bit and say maybe I'm leaving, but I'm not. But Mondays are going to be a 2-hour stream. I may let them go just a little bit over, but I'm going to try and limit them to 2 hours. Wednesdays will be 2 hours. It's going to be smaller, 1 or 2 people in the stream chatting about specific subjects, keeping it more like that, because we've turned it into a Friday night hangout, kind of like on every stream. But that's because the Cutthroat room has grown a little bit. There's probably I'm trying to limit the amount of people in the Cutthroat room. We only have about 28 people in there, but it's about ready to start growing more. There's some more people that need to be put in there, obviously. So I allowed the Cutthroats to come in at any time. So we're going to slow down on who comes in on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Friday nights is just going to be the same. I'm going to continue to leave the same format and let everybody come on Friday nights and do their thing, say their piece, and let that go on for as long as it goes on. I'm not going to limit the time on Friday Night Hangout. It's just going to be the Hexicans free stream,
Awesome.
That's
good
awesome.
news.
We've had 6-hour streams. We've had 6-hour fucking streams. And then after the show, we've had Maddie, shit. Sometimes I leave and I'll come back at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and these fucking guys are all still talking to each other on the stream. We're not broadcasting anymore, of course, and we're backstage, basically in the green room, just talking to one another. But those go on for like 6, 7, 8 hours. I mean, it's like, holy shit, could have made a whole another 3 shows right there, just the guys talking afterwards, hanging out, So yeah, man, there's a cool community here, and I'm not going to destroy it. I'm just going to change it up a little bit. And then of course, I've got to get rid of my other stream that I do. Not that I want to. it's devastating, and I hope my sister's not watching right now. But anyway, she doesn't watch my show. She can't. She doesn't watch this. Hey, I wanted to do a shout out to Nerd Girl. So Nerd Girl is at this point, she's the only female in the Cutthroat room. And that's because she's been on the show a few times, and she's a supporter. And I know she's been busy with other stuff, but what she has been busy with lately, and she's a good friend now, and she calls often and asks questions about Hex and this and that, because she writes articles and does things. Well, she just took the layman's guide and rewrote it for post Big Payday. And I haven't had a chance to sit down and read through it. But I'm going to copy the link here. If you don't have, let's see, the link, I'm going to put it in the chat rooms there and send it out to everybody. And boom, put that in there. I guess I could have put it. Oops. Let's see. There it is. And that is the layman's guide to Hex, rewritten for the I don't know if this was approved or what, to be honest, but everybody check it out and give us your opinion on it. I took a little look at it, but I haven't had a chance to really, gosh, that's not going in there. Maybe if I do there it is. There it is. Check it out. If you need to pass some people information or whatever, it's there. And she put some work into it. There's a really cool section. It says, let me put it to you this way. If you put $1,000 into Hex 1 year ago, today on December 22nd, 2019, so that's obviously when she finished it, you hadn't staked any of it to earn more. You hadn't staked any. If you just owned liquid Hex, your initial investment would be worth $37,504 if you just put $1,000 into Hex. So you'd be sitting on $37K. And that's with Hex down 50% from its all-time highs. That's a return of over 3,650%. 3,650%. To put that into perspective, the S&P 500, $1,144.87, up 14%. Bitcoin, 3,217.09, up 221%. Ethereum, 4,932. You'd be up 393%. Wow. I'm going to talk about something real quick. Chainlink up 582%. Tesla up 649%. So good gains on those last three there. But let me put something else in perspective. We've all heard Richard say it multiple times. This is before Hex launched. He was saying this. He said, I think this year that Bitcoin is going to outperform the dollar 221%. Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin 393%. Pretty true so far. And Hex is going to outperform all of them. Hex return is at 3,650%. True, and more true. And that is why we all listen to Richard, not follow him around like he's some cult figure, like the picture back there shows.
I remember where I was when I was listening to the replay, or maybe it was live, and I heard him say that. Yes.
Yeah,
and here we are. Okay, yeah, it came true. Of course.
Times. And he called the dumps, he called the pumps, he's called just about everything. And yeah, I wouldn't bet against him. That's for sure. I would not bet against him.
Nerd Girl also just wrote a really interesting article about XRP. If anybody didn't get a chance to read that, it was I like conspiracy angles to everything, and she brought up QAnon, his relationship with XRP. Even brought up the show The Good Place with I forget the guy's name. But it was a pretty good show. I watched it, and so she kind of ties it all together, and very cool article. So.
Yeah, she's a good writer. She really is a good writer. She does good work, and she's a Hexican. It took us a while to get her involved because she's got a lot of things going on. But she came around, and she's definitely supporting us. She put a lot of time into that layperson's guide. So that's cool. You want to check that out? Take a look at it. See what you think.
Thank you.
All right. So what all did you guys do today? Did you guys hang out with family? Did you just stay alone? Did you try and social distance? What did you guys do? Pop a boner?
I got my kids here being very cool and calm in the next room, playing their video games and deciding how they're going to spend all the amazing hex steaks that I set up for them for the holidays. And then I got the wife probably almost at the end of her rope in terms of keeping quiet in the next room in our beautiful rabbit hutch in Tokyo. So we're going to do some late lunch, and I'm going to actually feed them some we do roasted chicken and fried chicken for Christmas over here in Japan. It's very strange. I think that KFC actually did a campaign. They brainwashed everybody that this is a new tradition in Japan. So now everything's chicken. There's nothing else. It's just chicken for everything. So we're going to do some chicken tacos. I'm going to keep it real today. A little leftover fun. And yeah, that's about all we're going to do. So yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Hey, we got one of our Hexicans here. We're going to bring him up.
Nice. Not
to interrupt everybody, but our buddy, our trucker friend, Hexmas. What's happening, dude?
Hexmas!
Dropping the serious love on DS tonight, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hi. You've all got it wrong. All of you. RG3, Papa Boner, Joe, Maddie, you're all completely incorrect. I'm afraid to tell you. You're all wrong.
Oh, no.
All of you. Incorrect.
Let's hear how we're
listen to
wrong.
anything these guys are saying. To my fellow Hexicans who are listening, these guys are all incorrect. Goddamn. Hex is so much greater than you guys are saying. It's fucking unbelievable. Yes, it's a great project. Yes, it's awesome. Yes, it's gonna whoop the shit out of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes, that's true. If you want the mad gains, it's right here in Hex. That's true. But these guys are all, unfortunately, misleading you. Look, if you want to grow your money, if you believe that you own your own fucking body, this is the only place to be. That's what all these guys should be saying, and they're not. I don't know why they're not saying that. Look, guys, Bitcoin says you can be your own bank. Very cool. But now you can be your own fucking Federal Reserve. Why not do that? If you're close to the money printing, you win. That's it. That's the game. If you own your own body and the thing for which you exchange your time is being printed with no proof of work, and you are close to that thing, you win the game. That's it. It's about time. And if you get more time, you win.
You got it. That right.
That's all. Hex is the thing that allows you to be next to the money printer. You can be your own Federal Reserve. I have my little bitty laptop right here that is my Federal Reserve. I have several stakes that I control for other people. And if you're one of those people, go to my Twitter at BIT_FINESSE and look and see what's protecting your stakes at my Federal Reserve. It's a 3-piece and a soda. And I tell you, all of other crypto that exists, it's bullshit. All of it is bullshit. It's failed promises. It's garbage. It's fucking bullshit. Now we have a thing that allows you to actually be your own sovereign human being. That's it. That's all that you need. And it's such a thing that I'm literally willing to die for my stakes. If you are a person, if you're a government, if you're the Fed, if you're a marshal, if you're a cop, if you're a person, I'm willing to put bullets in you to stop you from ending my stakes when they
You're
become
trying to
due
get
from
my
the
show
people
shut down.
I love most.
Is it 2 times in a row, Biffin?
Yeah. He didn't say he would shoot them
What
at you.
else
He
is
said
there
he'd
to
put them
know?
in you.
You can now get interest. By the way, RG3, don't forget the last time I met you, you put a fucking blunderbuss in my face.
I got
Shout
shut
out to
down.
a guy who has a fucking blunderbuss, by the way. But look, is your life not worth defending? It's Christmas 2020. Are you alive or are you dead? I don't know. As far as I really know, I know that I exist. I think, therefore I am. The rest of you can all be robots. I don't know. You have to decide if you really fucking exist.
That's a good point.
If you do exist, I would think
Good try,
your
Maddie.
life is worth protecting. It's not on anybody else to see value in your life. It's up to you to see the value that you can bring the world to make it a better place.
Yes.
Because it's fucked.
Preach.
The world's completely insane. But if you think your life has value, a thing now exists for you to put your money into that can grow, can pay you respectable interest, like 39% the last time I checked. The whole game is now changed. And everybody's going to call you a scam. When I was setting up the $500 stake today for Column Tyrell, TYRRELL, all of his followers were calling me a scam. Hilarious. I love this. It's all opportunity. Call me a scam all you want. You want to talk shit? Go to my Twitter, @BitFinesse. You can talk all the shit that you want. I'll be nice. But if you find me and put hands on me, it ain't going to be pretty. I'll tell you. A thing so powerful now exists that I'm willing to kill people who are willing to take that away from me. If I'm buying weed and you want to steal my dollars, I don't really give a shit. That shit's being printed all day long. Do I really care if you're going to rob me of my dollars? Not really. I'm not willing to die for the dollar. I'm willing to die for a thing that finally promises our financial freedom. And as I explained to my mom tonight, like I had to explain what a Ponzi is and why a Ponzi actually fails, I had to explain why your dollars, like there's this idea that, oh, if all you care about is money, you're a piece of shit. Okay.
You gave Hexo the money that he lost.
You're still watching
tonight,
TV. Retard.
You're the real deal.
I get it. I understand where you're coming from.
You're a good person.
If you don't understand that your money is the magical shit that you worked for, shame on you. Your body is this physical thing. With it comes time. Hate to break it to you, folks. We're all going to fucking die one day, with or without the beautiful, glorious life extension technology that, as far as I can tell, seems like only Richard Hart can come up with, right? Pull that out of his ass. Let's go. But if you own your body, it's a physical thing. It comes with time, and we're all trading our time for money. Your money is not some arbitrary thing. It's you. Your money is you. Your money is you.
Money.
How about I just walk up to you and punch you in the fucking face?
Got it.
You're probably going to react a certain way. Probably. I bet my last dollar if I punch
Do you have
your
the sound on,
front teeth
Biffin?
out, you're probably going to respond with arms. I would imagine if you're not a bitch. So protect that shit. Protect your body. Protect your time. Protect your money. It's all the same thing. You are not separate from your money. Your money is you. You spent your time earning that shit.
Money
Protect
is you.
it.
All right, Biffines, yo.
Good evening. Merry
We're good,
Christmas,
man. That
Merry
was-
Xmas.
Hey,
Good to
buddy.
see all your beautiful faces.
You in your you in
I
your
can't
truck
hear a
right now?
fucking thing.
You can't
Obviously,
hear
you
a thing.
can't hear anything.
Ah, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it would have mattered, though. I don't think
There
anything
you go.
would
I
have
can
gone
hear
down
you guys.
differently.
Hi.
You can
Hey.
hear us now?
Wow. Good
Whoa.
man, Biffines. Welcome, brother.
Well,
You're the
you in
real
your truck
deal.
tonight?
I guess. I mean, I am a quarter retarded. If I'm the cream of your crop, you have a bad crop. Always, my fellow Hex. Also, where are the losers? Where
There are
are
none.
the losers? Every group, if you assume a normal distribution, sigma of X bar, right? Any normal distribution is going to have some portion of losers. Where the fuck are the Hexican losers? Everywhere I look, everywhere, there's nothing but gangsters and bad motherfuckers, right? Where are our losers? I don't see any losers in the Hex community. If you're in the Hex community, you are one lucky son of a bitch, because surrounded by you are nothing but gangsters and warriors. We don't have any.
I agree.
We don't have
I agree.
any losers. It's beautiful. The Hex
Hey,
community
so
is glorious.
everybody wants to Biffines, everybody wants to know when you and Kareem are going to do a stream.
And I have a question.
What's that?
I'm sorry.
You can't hear?
I have trustlessness. I have
What?
middleman lips.
Can you hear us, Biffines? Can you
I
hear us?
have a way to
He's
preserve
just going to keep going.
what I'm trading my time for. The
Oh, God.
shitty
Okay.
fucking American dollar.
Hex conference. That's the
Okay,
answer.
so fucking Biffines is like, okay, so he's just gonna sit there and talk. Now.
Just everybody nod in unison.
He is not gonna stop. So, and he can't hear us. So
That is great, RG.
I'm just gonna let him sit there, and he's gonna continue to rant. But love this guy. I love this
God.
guy. He's freaking awesome. He's a freaking trucker, and he lives in his truck basically, and he fucking DCA's Hex in every single week. And dude is awesome, man. He's got some really good stuff to say, and he's always excited too, just like Kareem. Everybody's been tweeting lately about him and Kareem doing a stream together, and I think that would be great. Everybody wants to see that, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I want to see who.
You know what I think I want to do? I just want to like have him come in and sit here and do this like through the whole show while we all talk.
He's doing
Let
it.
him keep doing it, and he's not going to. He doesn't know. He can't hear us. He's just gonna continue to keep talking. Look at this. This is fucking great, man.
God.
So Hexo accidentally lost $400 in Hex, and Bitfinesse donated it back to him
Not Hexo.
today. That happened today.
It was a
Really?
it was a comedian that Bitfinesse likes, Colin. He lost $1,200 in a cab, so Bitfinesse gave him $500 back, staked out long term.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
Bitfinesse donated to Hexo today too.
Oh, okay.
'Cause Hexo accidentally sent some money to a wrong
Oh, wow.
address.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's the real deal.
Oh my
Bitfinesse.
goodness.
So thanks, Biffines. That was awesome, dude.
Oh, RG, I got Bitfinesse coming on my show in a week, so I guess we're
Well,
gonna
just
we're
do it
gonna-
like this. This is freaking badass right here. This is how I like it. This is Bitfinesse fucking unplugged right here.
He told me we're gonna hear some stuff that people are not gonna like, and I'm a little worried now. So this is a good approach.
You don't want to talk about doing things to people on stream because these platforms don't
Ooh.
like So you gotta be careful with all that stuff.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's anyway, but guys like on Christmas Day, guys sitting in his truck and that's cool, man. He's a good dude, and I have a lot of respect for truck drivers that are traveling around all over and getting things done for the country, because I mean they make the country go around, these truck drivers, and they don't get a lot of money, man. They don't make a lot. They work real hard. They spend a lot of time in their trucks, and a lot of the time they live out of them, and then they lose their fucking minds like this. Like this guy fucking lost his fucking mind right now. And it's because he sits in that truck for too long, and he's well, maybe we should listen to a little more of what he's.
Yeah.
He looks like
Let's check him out.
he's in a
That's
good
some
spot. Right
macroeconomics.
now. Okay, let's go. Hold on a second.
Into a 500. So I DM'd him. I said, "Hey, you lost money. You're an idiot."
Hexo. No.
Like, no. Colin Farrell. Hex.
You
I
can't
got
hear us?
nothing but respect for Hexo. That guy. If you're following me and you're not following Hexo, kill yourself. That guy's way better than I am. If you think I'm some,
Wait, no, don't.
Discourse Syndicate would like to disclaim here. We don't want anybody to do anything to themselves. And we're not going to hurt anybody, and we don't want anybody to hurt themselves. So please listen to that advice, okay?
Love yourself.
Back to business.
This is killing that.
Following Hexo is, however, a good thing for you.
now we got to conquer Twitch, right? Okay. So Hexo is the guy telling you what a T-share is. I kind of understand what a T-share is. Kinda. Hexo actually understands that shit. All of you guys probably understand that shit. I don't understand that shit. All I know is it's kind of the price I have to pay for the interest I'm going to receive in the future, and it only goes up, and that's all I need to know, right? Hexo is legitimate. This other guy is comedian, piece of shit. If you're a comedian, you're a piece of shit. Let's just start there. This guy, call him Tyrell.
Discourse Syndicate would also like to acknowledge that not all comedians are pieces of shit. We do appreciate them, and
opinions expressed by Bifinance are not necessarily the
opinions of Discourse Syndicate. Now back to the show.
Tyrell, your name is so retarded I can barely pronounce it, and I know who you are.
Special needs.
Discourse Syndicate would also like to acknowledge that we don't use the word retarded anymore because Richard has tried very hard not to use that. So we apologize for the word retarded here in the rant. Now back to the rant.
This guy lost $1,200. I DM him. Hey, idiot. How much money are you still down? Because he was on a podcast, and the podcast, Legion, I think it was a real ass podcast, Louis J. Gomez, who's also a pretty piece of shit. They asked him, they asked their following or whatever to set up a GoFundMe, by the way. And so I DM him, hey man, I know you got some money from you losing your wallet. How much money are you still down? And he texts me, DM me back. Lewis didn't give me any money. I said, I know his mom's a crack whore. What are you going to do? How much money are you down? He said, I'm down $500. Great. I'm going to set up a $500 stake for you. It's hilarious because we're all in this community, right? We're all in here. And you know what he DMs me back? He says, what's a stake? He said, what's a stake? And, after 30 minutes of laughing, I said, don't you worry about it. All I want you to do is download the staker app, you got to spell it out for him, right? STAKER. And I learned something this week by doing this, right? When you go to the App Store, you have to type in STAKER.app. Otherwise, some game bullshit's gonna come up. And,
it's a website itself. Yeah, that's how you know you got the right one.
So if you're Android, if you're iPhone, whatever you are, put the .app at the end of Staker. And I told him, download that app. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Well, tonight, because I had the Hex. I had this shit. I keep a little bit of Hex, maybe a couple $1,000 Hex, just in case there's some motherfucker who we gotta beat his ass, right? So I got some Hex, and I see, call him Tyrell. He's live streaming. Great. I go into his chat. Hey, man, download the Staker app. DM me after your stream, and I'll send you your public key. That's it. And you know what was really glorious? All of his followers, all the guys who are probably nice guys who should probably be Hexicans. If you're any fan of like real comedians who are not on TV because they can say words like fuck and shit and cunt, they can say these words that are not allowed on TV. If you're following any of those comedians, this is probably where you should be, right here. Following any one of these guys you see on your screen right now. These guys are real gangsters, right? Okay. Nonetheless, his followers are calling me a scam. Call him. Don't give this guy any information. And I sent call him $20. I said, hey, don't give me any information. I don't want your fucking information. All I want you to do is download this app. I'm going to send you information. I want you to put it in there and watch your money grow. The money you lost, the money you're still down. I don't want the last 4 of your social. I don't want your date of birth. I want you to download this app. It was created by Steph and Firebun. Geniuses, right? Download this app. DM me after the stream. I'm going to send you something. Put it in the app and just watch it. That's it. And in 15 years, when your stake's about ready to end, I'll send you the private key and walk you through how to get MetaMask. In 15 years, you'll probably hear about it from somebody else. And the whole hour, his entire chat, Diffidus a scammer, Hex a scam. I'm like, Hex is marketed so well, you think it's a scam. So you tell your friends it's a scam. Your friends go look at it and realize you're retarded. You're full-blown retarded. You're not just a quarter retarded like I am. You're full-blown retarded. You're so retarded, you looked at a thing, saw that it was a legit, actual thing that could be useful, and you labeled it as a scam. You're an idiot. You're dumb. It's beautiful. The whole design, the whole mechanism of the thing is so beautiful. I don't see anything coming along that protects someone's value like Hex does. Anything.
Proof of stake.
So what else is there in crypto, gentlemen? You're all way smarter than I am. I'm some idiot who drives a tanker, right? I'm dumb. I am.
Oh shit. So here's another problem. So he drives a tanker. Now those guys are fucking crazy, because if you've got to have your hazmat license, your endorsement on your on that, then you're taking on a big risk, because the most dangerous job on the planet is truck driving, believe it or not, if people don't know that. But there are more fatalities and deaths in truck driving than any other profession. And tanker truckers, that's just like putting a bomb on your truck and hauling it around. The most dangerous job in the world. So that's why our buddy Bifiness here's got a screw loose. He's fucking out there risking his damn life every day. But
respect.
Hats off to him. I think he's had a couple Christmas eggnogs, and I think that's what we're looking at. Boy, this must be really interesting. But I like it better like this, where we're just kind of commentating over his. Look at that. That's passion right there. He is fucking passionate about Hex, and yep, he's had a few eggnogs. That's for sure. I'm gonna have to do. Somebody said that we need to put a breathalyzer in the green room so we can check everybody out before they come in. So let's see. Okay, he's listening now. You listening to us now? You there? Biffin?
He's playing your game now.
Can you repeat that, RG?
I say, can you hear
RG,
us?
so I know that I can't hear you.
Can you hear
For whatever
me?
reason.
I'm saying, can you hear me?
Damn, I can't hear this gorgeous man. I want to compliment him on his background.
Turn up the volume.
You like? I
mean,
didn't do that.
Max. Maddie, I can hear you fine. But
Can you hear me,
Papa Motor,
Biffin?
say something. Hex, Joe Hexotic, say something. I can't.
Can you hear me?
I can only hear Maddie. Why is that?
I don't know. You got your burner phones talking to each other right now?
Maddie, can you hear them? And can you tell me what they're saying?
I
don't want to be in the middle of it.
So sometimes,
come on, Maddie, jump in there. You're the
sometimes on mobile.
You're our guy. Jump in there.
Oh, because I'm on mobile. That's why.
So sometimes on mobile when you come in, you can't hear everybody. You can only hear like a few people. Like that, we used to have a lot of problems with DC on that, and he would try and come in and he could only hear like one or two people. So he didn't he couldn't hear us. So that's kind of what's going on here. On top of the fact that Biffin is just he can freaking talk his ass off. So say something to him, Maddie.
You're doing great.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're listening to you.
Don't say that. You're gonna inflate my ego. Don't do that, Maddie. That would be terrible. For heck.
Tell him. Go ahead, rant. Everybody wants you to rant.
What's up?
People are asking for more rants.
Tell us what you really think, though, Bitfinesse.
What do you really think?
About what?
But don't get the show canceled.
What I posted on Twitter.
No, not that. Not that. Trust me, not that.
You like it. You know
Skip
what
a track.
Talking about. I'm talking about a 3-piece in Minnesota.
I liked it, but
what was he talking about?
He's talking about something that we shouldn't be talking about.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute him again.
Biffin, talk more about macroeconomics.
No 3-piece. No 3-piece.
You are the macro.
No 3-piece.
Whoever you are, wherever you are the macro. And the more I think about this, the more I think this is the concept every industry doesn't want you to think about. There's all these things to divert your attention away from this idea, right?
Let me go get a coffee.
And it all comes back to, and not to get too political, but to get a little political, I don't think the United States is divided. I don't think that. I don't think we're divided at all. And everywhere I look, people say, this is a country divided. We've got this side and this little side that doesn't matter. I don't think we're divided at all. I've asked over 1,000 people. By the way, statistically, you can ask 30 random people. If they're truly random, 30 is the number above which you can actually start to tell the difference between a random distribution and any other thing. Anybody who's taken a second level statistics course knows this. You know what sigma of X bar is. Anybody who knows what a standard deviation is and knows that anything more than 3 standard deviations away from a mean is a statistical outlier. We all know this shit. This is basic. If I know it, everybody knows it because I'm an idiot. Okay. So 30 is the number. And I've asked over 1,000 people. This is statistically viable. I've asked more than 1,000 people.
Maddie, the chat's calling you the Bitfinesse whisperer.
Question. And I get the same answer.
Frankly.
I've asked neo-Nazis. I've asked communists. I've asked Democrats and Republicans and libertarians and collapsitarians. people with long hair, people with short hair, men and women, blacks, whites, Asians, Mexicans, Hexicans, I get the same answer. We are not a country divided. So I ask, who owns?
Do people want to save their money? Do they want to earn interest trustlessly? Do they want to get along? Do they want to build things for the future that are going to last longer and longer instead of shorter and shorter? Do they want to get paid longer and better?
Look,
All right. Do I still
Bitcoin
have
was
the show?
right. The only thing that matters is your desires. When I ask people who owns your body, everybody from a wide range of political and racial and sexual backgrounds, they all say, I own my fucking body. And I said, yes, you do own your body. And if you own your body, you own your time, you own the things for which you trade your time, you own the extensions of your body. Your body and the extensions thereof are you. That's what you are. You're not just that little meat thing that you're traveling around in. You're your body, time, all the things that are traded for those things. Okay? If I want to use your body, I need your permission. That's what we call freedom. That's what we call liberty.
No.
So one of your strategies is you ask people a leading question that you know that they will misanswer, and then you open up their mind, right? Like like asking them about the bag of chips and whether it's getting more expensive. And so I think the method that you use to get across to strangers and people in truck stops, the chat's gonna love that one. I think you have a really effective method of communicating to people. And as you say, you've done this survey of 1,000 people across many different demographics, and they all care about their own freedom, and they all agree that if you are forced to pay taxes, they pay for wars, and if you don't control your time, then you really don't control the parts of your physical existence. And so I bet you get a lot of people answering that question, and then you open up their minds.
I think it goes deeper than that, Matthew. I think maybe. I'm 99% on this idea. I'm not 100%. So if you all want to change my mind, I'm open. I think we're all pieces of shit. Even you, man. As great as you guys are.
Even
right?
you, man.
I think we're all garbage. And I think the only thing that we really care about is ourselves. I think we're that level of garbage. You see a guy in the street who's trying to do some shit, and you're like, oh, that guy, he's revealing that he only cares about himself. That guy's disgusting. And then you go home later that night. Hopefully you pop some like acid and you realize, I am that guy. I'm that guy. I'm a piece of shit. I only care about myself. If I care about my family, that's great. But I don't really care about them as much as I care about my.
Okay, so the acid is probably the problem here. That might be what's going on. I mean, he's probably just drunk right now. I don't think he's on acid, but
I think he likes the fruit of a psychedelic that you might be familiar with from what I've seen on Twitter.
Maybe I don't know, but he's got some interesting perspective here on a Hexmas Eve or a Hexmas evening, and let's see if we can.
How do you reel him in, RG? Is it possible?
No, well, he can't hear me, first of all, so I'm not going to be able to reel him in. And Maddie's just like probably itching to get him in a chair and let him
explode,
be supine and talk to him that way and say, let's really find out what's going on here. But obviously, he has some body control issues. He's been talking about being in control of your body an awful lot. So he's got some issues there on that. He does have some good macroeconomic things to speak about, but what's he talking
Don't know
about?
what I'm nodding my head to. I'm nodding to RG.
There, let's put him back on. Wait, let's see.
You can now take what you are. We're all trading it for money. Now it can go somewhere else other than down. By the way, don't forget, sideways is better than down.
Profound. Profound.
Kareem said that. Kareem said that the other day.
Yeah. I'd
Said
like
your
to
dream
see.
come true.
Sounded
I'd
different
like to
coming out
see
of
a
Kareem's
stream.
mouth.
I would like to see a stream with him and Kareem, just like freaking head to head, just both of them nonstop, going at it and talking about the issues. That would be nice. It would be really cool. What else? Yeah. Papa Boner, you threw a diamond at us. Thanks, buddy. May not re-elect the opinions of this broadcast. Recollect the opinions. All right, let me put him back on here.
Simple. Just stake it. 15 years out. And in 15 years, maybe I'll sell the interest and stake it again. I'm not going to die.
So,
Be around for a long time.
Bit Finesse, you make an excellent point, and I also wanted to ask, were you able to catch? So you and I did a stream the other day, and then the next day I did one with Kareem. Were you able to catch that one? Did you hear what he had to say?
I saw pieces of it. My reception was bad. I was driving from Georgia across I-40 through Tehachapi. RG3 probably knows where Tehachapi is. Very hilly there, very slow. I was loaded. Coming up to Portland, very windy here. So I caught pieces of it, and I thought, oh, check out this guy. He's talking about more of the technicals. Oh yeah, people can. There were two things that offended me that Richard Hart said, and I will dog him.
Do you recognize that you and Kareem are both like very electric figures in Hex, and you really get people excited and pumped up and have a lot of things to say?
I don't want to be. Look, I don't want that. I want to be like you guys. I want to be. You guys are. Look. By the way, RG3, I'm sorry I can't hear you, man, but your sound is so smooth. That box bullshit that Hexo told you, sound goes in, sound goes out. Dude, you sound great. You guys are all so smooth. You guys are all so calm and collected. I pray for that. If I pray for anything, it's that some hand comes out of the sky and makes me less of a lunatic. I don't know what I am. I'm 34. I'm still figuring out what I am. But you guys are like real professionals. Even RG3, he's supposed to be the scumbag of the bunch. He's supposed to be the pirate of the pirate ship. But I tell you, you guys are all smooth. You're so smooth. I wish I had that. I really
You're too
want
kind.
that. I just don't feel like I don't feel like the effort to be that smooth is worth my time. You guys are that smooth. The world's going to benefit from your smoothness, and you're very smooth. And the world is probably not going to benefit as much from my brashness. Probably not. But the world can go fuck itself at this point. That allows us to not be. We don't have to be beholden. Look, we don't need you. Government, we don't need you. We don't need you.
Put.
Oh,
Well
they say, well, we need government to build the roads. Let me tell you, the government does not build roads. People build roads, and the best roads in the world, in the United States anyway, are toll roads. Roads you fucking pay for, because that money goes to build the roads. That's how it goes.
Hexicans
The
build
more
bridges,
people
Maddie.
touch your money, the more it
Hexicans
gets
build
squandered.
bridges.
I mean, we build bridges to oblivion. I mean, Hexicans are on a whole different level. And this is what I love about the Hex community. Everywhere I look, I see people who understand the simple fact that we don't need any of this bullshit. That's it. And it's like, is Hex big enough? Is the blockchain big enough? Are the transactions per second high enough? It's like, look, man, you're coming from a Bitcoin perspective. I understand. Bitcoin's blockchain is like, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. The whole world's going to use Bitcoin? Really? That's cute. That's adorable, because you got to wait for 30 minutes for a transaction to go through. That's adorable.
Or like all
And
day.
yeah, all day. I mean, people talking about fees. If you're worried about fees, you're probably not using Bitcoin at all. I mean, the whole
Those fees are going to miners who dump it. They dump the price.
I just got off the phone with my mom. Mom, I love you. I love you. I do. You only eat Doritos and Oreos and Diet Coke. I don't know how you're still alive. Nonetheless, I love you. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. But you have to understand, paying people inflation to dump a thing ain't good for price. It's not. And Ponzi's fail when they fail to onboard new users. The reason why the Federal Reserve, the only reason the Federal Reserve is
As a
not
therapist, I'm required to ask about your relationship with your mother.
When I was 16, my
Maddie,
father
never
told
mind,
me.
never mind.
Wait.
All right,
About
so we've
your-
got to be careful here with this, because I think I know where it might end up, because we're starting to find some things out about Biffy. What's he smoking? Oh, that's just
No,
he's just hitting a okay.
No, that's a nicotine.
Nicotine
vape.
box. A nicotine
Yeah.
box.
So,
All right.
Captain, back to you.
Yeah. Okay, let's put him back on again.
Okay, so when I was 16, my father told me two things. And wouldn't you believe it, I thought he was dumb for saying both things. One, he said, your health is your wealth. And I thought, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. How stupid is that? Guys, am I right? That's stupid, right? That's so stupid. You stupid old man. You're a retard. And then he told me, develop a positive relationship with your mother, no matter how wrong you think she is. Damn. 15 years later, I'm like, damn, my old man's a gangster. He's a gangster. He understood some shit. And he also understood that you can't explain this shit to a 16-year-old kid. He understood that. Gangster. I have a positive relationship with my mother. I understand that she's dumb. Okay. I asked my mom in December 2019, Mom, do you not see any benefit in taking care of your health? She said, no. I laughed so hard. I said, you know what? I think that's stupid, but I respect that because you made a decision. If you're only going to eat Doritos and Oreos and Diet Coke, I'm not exaggerating. At least you made a decision. I respect that. As opposed to just not making a decision. I can't respect that. Like you're just a lemming in the world.
Okay, so now this has absolutely nothing to do with Hex anymore. Not that we talk about Hex all the time here, but now we're getting into his personal relationship with his mother and Doritos and Oreos and the like. But he does make a good point about your health, and we've talked about that often here, is your health is your wealth, and it is probably the most important thing that you have is your health and taking care of it. So when you're young, when you're 37, 38 years old, 34 years old, like this young man here, then that's the time to really think about it. You know, I started, well, when I was in the Marine Corps all up until I was always health conscious, but lately I'm glad that I have, because I just got another buddy that went in for prostate cancer and all this other stuff. And it's like, man, once you hit that 50 mark, man, things just start going south. So when you're in your 30s, take care of it, guys. Take care of it, or else you're not going to have your steaks to pull out. You're not going to be able to pull your steaks out. You're going to be sick and throwing it at the doctors and paying for fucking health insurance and shit and paying for scans and treatments and, you know, therapies and all that shit. Get your shit together now while you're young and fix your mind too. Listen to people like Joe and Maddie. Get your shit straight. Don't keep
And
fucking sitting in the back of the
RG3.
truck drinking like this. What's that?
And you.
Emmy, what? Emmy, what?
You're
What?
wise.
Oh, I'm wise?
Inspire people.
At times. At times.
You're a good role model.
Oh, am I? Am I? Don't do what I did. Do what I do.
That's right.
Don't do what I did. Do what I do. Or I always have a hard time with that too. It's like, okay, people ask me, so how did you get to be the way you are today? And, well, I had to fuck up really, really bad a long time ago in order to get here today. So what do? Tell people to go fuck their lives up and then you can be, I don't know. So I don't have the direction for people who have their shit together, to go through life. All I know is how to tell people who are fucked up how to unfuck themselves. So don't do what I did. Do what I do now, I guess.
Maddie, you like to say, not your health.
Not your health, not your wealth. It's a take on not your keys, not your crypto, right?
Yeah.
But RG3 explained it perfectly before that you're not going to be around for your to collect your booty at the end of 15 years if you don't take care of yourself. So, well put.
Maddie, I hate to have to repeat something I said on your stream.
Okay.
But if all you guys, I like you guys. I like you. I'm sure there are things we disagree on, and I'm sure there's much more we agree on. Nonetheless, I like you. Even dollar cost crypto, I would love to talk to that guy. If anybody exists in the world to explain to me why maybe I should not be putting all of my money in the Hex, it's probably dollar cost crypto. That guy's probably he's obviously way smarter than I am. I mean, he's telling other people about cryptocurrency. He's probably the guy to tell me why I should be invested in some other crypto. I would love to talk to that guy. We probably disagree on some things. I like that guy too, right? I like you guys.
Okay, so now here we're at. I love you, man. I love you, man. And this is the good part here. This is where the drunk is like really getting into him, and he's like, "Okay, I love these guys. I'm feeling really, really good." And he's having a good time right now. So that's cool. That's cool. But D's right. DC is a smart guy. But see, DC doesn't tell people to go into other cryptos. DC tells people who are into crypto how to be safer in crypto, how to play the long game and play macroeconomics versus microeconomics and the fast money and the trade game and all that. So DC's, he's been busy. He's been off the stream for a while now with his class. But he's doing really well, and we'll have him back here soon because his class I think is going to end in or the semester or whatever it is that they do, and he'll be back. But he has a really good feel for the crypto space, and I think it's part of our whole deal here at Hex because he is helping to direct people in a different way in crypto. And what it really does is it leads them to Hex, because Hex is the ultimate long game in crypto. Hex is the ultimate, get away from trading game in crypto. And all of his lessons and the things that he teaches people. I mean, he does a lot of stuff like, how to take care of wallets and how to move crypto inside and do those kinds of things, how to take advantage of some of the cryptos that are out there. But when it comes down to it, the essence of what he's teaching, which is brilliant, I think, because he is a smart guy, is to bring people into Hex. And, I think that he and I are going to put something together where people can learn about Hex. Like he's teaching them about crypto.
That's
all right.
What's up. Yeah. I always learn when I listen to Dollar Cost.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, I've been missing him.
Yeah, totally.
If dollar cost gave me his money, I like this guy. I like him. I do. I like him. He and I probably disagree on some technical things, or maybe some fundamental things. But if dollar cost crypto gave me his money, you know what I would do with it? Not because I'm more of a piece of shit than you guys, but just because I'm a guy, I'm a person, I'm a human being. I would probably do some stupid stuff and then use his money to cover up my mistakes. That's what I would do. Why not? Especially if he can't see what I'm doing, right? And I talked about this on Maddie's show. You're going to give me that power? Cool. I'm going to use it to the best of my advantage because I'm a person and people care about themselves more than anything else. If we're all being honest, that's what we care about. So some asshole in a business suit and a tie, I don't care what his hair looks like. I don't care. I don't care what his Facebook profile looks like. Don't give a shit. Especially if that guy doesn't swear. Like, I definitely can't trust him. But he's one single guy. He's going to do what's good for him. Like everybody is going to. So why don't you do that thing? You do that thing. You be what's best for yourself. If somebody tries to chop your head off, duck. Fucking duck, man. Dude, this is a quick duck. You know, Mike Tyson taught us all how to bob and weave. It's really hard to hit somebody when they're just moving around a little bit, right? And somebody's trying.
That's cool. Also, Mike Tyson said everyone's a bad motherfucker until they get punched in the mouth. Yeah, after that throw, things change. Things change. All right, guys. Well, we've been streaming for what 3 hours. So I appreciate you guys coming on a Christmas Eve or Christmas evening, Christmas Day evening.
Thanks for having us.
Sharing with us, appreciate it, and our conversation too. I can't wait to have some deeper conversations with you too. You know, I like what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. The community needs it, deserves it. You guys are helping to drive what am I trying to? What's the word I'm looking for? You guys are helping to drive the personality of the community here, and take it in a direction that is, you know, healthy. It's healthy. And I like that because we've always been about that. So rock on, guys, keep going. And maybe one day I'll get to show up on one of your streams. Maddie, why don't you go ahead? We would love that. Why don't you guys go ahead and plug our conference again? Hex Change. Now, what is Hex? I mean, Hex Change, of course, Hex sounds like sex change, but what is Hex Change mean to you?
That's the first time we heard that one.
Yeah.
Well, I saw like Hex Change. It's like, what, a fucking sex change, or what are we talking about here? So that's
exchange, not necessary, you know.
Admission is free.
I'm getting surgery to become a dolphin in real life, but until then, it'll just be hexchange2021.com, and in the next day or two, I'll be releasing the schedule that people have been given input on, and so we'll be able to see the lineup and to see all the great panels and individual talks and keynotes. All of your favorite people in Hex will be there, and I think the more that we can all practice, like I'm gonna have to have a personal talk with Bitfinesse before the conference, and we're gonna go over like you know, making sure that we're not getting banned and not showing things on the camera and not admitting to any crimes against humanity or anything.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And so the conference, you know, is going to be our chance to all behave ourselves and share our knowledge and create content that will really be able to invite our families, right? And to invite the people who aren't in Hex yet, and say, hey, this is the part of the program where it's perfect for a beginner. This is the part, right? And so it's important to get you that preview and to get you that lineup so that you can start to promote it among the people that you care about, that you want to bring into Hex. I know that Richard is going to be doing his keynote, and we've got a lot of other awesome surprises and lineups. So check that out. We'll put it on Twitter and on the Hex, not this Hex change, but the Hex change. That's a good way to remember it. Right, bad branding, but we'll take it, I guess. 2021.com, and I just want to shout out that RG3, because I saw Crypto Grandma on the takeover that you arranged. I'm looking forward to having her on my show tomorrow, and
nice.
So we're gonna do a one-on-one. I'm not sure what to expect.
If you guys haven't talked to Crypto Grandma or seen Crypto Grandma, you've got to see Maddie's show tomorrow, you said?
Yep, after Hexo.
You don't want to miss Crypto Grandma. She is freaking brilliant. She's brilliant. And you think that, she doesn't, you look at her and you go, oh, okay, what is this lady going to tell me about crypto? And she knows her fucking crypto. And on top of it, she's a math major. I mean, she is a math genius. She knows her math. She can tell you everything about Hex. She can tell you everything about crypto and what it means, macroeconomics. She is smart. So if you guys got questions and you want to throw them out there in the chat room on Maddie's show, Crypto Grandma is a badass. She is the Hexican double throwdown trick of the week, because you don't expect it coming, and she can throw the fucking heat. That's for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited, and thanks for bringing us all together. This has been really awesome, and I appreciate it. Check out all the links at allmylinks.com/all-in, and I'll throw it over to Joe Hexotic for him to plug his stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maddie. RG, thank you so much for allowing me to come on tonight, for joining the Hangout. This has been a lot of fun, and I just really want to, again, thank you for how much you've helped me through a tough time in my life and provided a lot of laughs for me other days. So,
I appreciate that. It
means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got just in the next 10 days, Balliet Brand coming on Saturday. Children of the Grave on Monday, so Saturday later, tomorrow. Children of the Grave on Monday. Next week, Freddie Quotes, be New Year's Day. Then the Joker on Saturday after that, and then Bit Finesse is going to close out that group the following Monday. So we got an interesting 10 days over at joehexotic.com. If you aren't following me across all the platforms, please do. And I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
So I'm going to announce it first right here. Myself and Hexo are going to do a New Year's Eve stream. We are going to stream on New Year's Eve, and we're going to do some cool stuff. And he and I are going to do a tag team stream on New Year's Eve on Discourse Syndicate, because it will be a Friday night, right? I mean, it's going to be a Friday night, of course, because Christmas and
it's a Thursday night, I think.
Is it Thursday night? Friday morning is New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing it Thursday night then. Yeah, Thursday night. So expect that, and we're gonna announce more what we're gonna be doing on New Year's Eve, because I don't know if a lot of people are doing anything on New Year's Eve, and so me and Hex will be on, and maybe we'll get some more excitement from people like Bitfinesse coming on in the middle of the night. So that'll be cool. But with all that said, thanks guys for coming on. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all you in the community and all the things that you donated. Thanks. We will talk to you guys next week on Monday on your Discourse Syndicate. What's going on? How come?